Hello, everybody. Welcome back for Game 2 of this big three-game set between two titans of the National League. The best in the West, our Los Angeles Dodgers, taking on the best from the East right now, the Atlanta Braves. We dropped the first game, obviously, 4-3. Offense left a lot of men on base. Glasnow had a rough first inning back from injury. But then he settled in, which is a very good sign. He was dominant after that. So, Roki Sasaki will take the mound tonight for us and try to right the ship. But now, without further ado, let's get into the pitching matchups and lineups for tonight's game. So, for the Braves, they'll send a righty, A.J. Smith-Shawver, to the mound. He's pitched in 2 games this year, no wins, no losses. ERA is 6.23, 8 2/3 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, and a whip of 1.62. And for us, we are sending Roki Sasaki to the mound. 22 games this year, all of them starts, a record of 5-5. A 4.42 ERA on the year, 116 innings pitched, 114 strikeouts, and a whip of 1.30. And over his last 7 outings, all of them starts, a record of 2-0, a 2.63 ERA, 41 innings pitched, 32 hits allowed, 12 earned runs, 14 strikeouts against 14 walks against 39 strikeouts, whip of 1.12. And his last outing on the 19th against Colorado, he got a no decision, but he went 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. The question in the poll has to do with Roki. How many Roki Ks will we get tonight? Feel free to vote in the poll and let us know what you think. And with that being said, let's get into the starting lineups for tonight's game. So, for the Atlanta Braves, Drake Baldwin, designated hitter, will lead things off, followed by Ronald Acuna Jr. in right field. Matt Olson at first base, Mauricio Dubon to shortstop in the cleanup spot. Michael Harris to second in center field. Ozzie Albies, second baseman. Mike Yastrzemski, left field. And Riley at third base. And Sean Murphy to catcher will round out their lineup and bat ninth. But now then, for our visiting Los Angeles Dodgers, I present to you our starting lineup here for Game 2. And I'm ready and excited to present it. Leading things off, designated hitter, Mr. MVP Shohei Ohtani, followed by Freddie Freeman, the ultimate baseball professional and first baseman. Then Mookie Betts, the shortstop. And then Max Muncy, that funky Muncy Dodgers OG third baseman in the cleanup spot. Tommy Tanks, Tommy Edman, second baseman. King Tuck, Kyle Tucker in right field. Alec Thomas in center field. Big Teo Teoscar Hernandez in left field. And rounding out the lineup with the catching duties, Hunter Fiducia, who had a couple of hits in last night's effort as well. So that is our starting lineup, and we are mere minutes away from first pitch here. And obviously, we would love to get a win. We're 80-52 on the year. We had our 6-game win streak snapped last night. Braves are 77-55 on the year so far. And Roki Sasaki has been pitching well. Hopefully he can follow up here and give us a great outing and give us a chance to win. And let's get some score updates from around the league before I get into anything else. So right now around Major League Baseball, Red Sox, Marlins in the second inning, 1-0 Miami. Natties and Colorado scoreless in the second. New York and Houston scoreless in the first. Blue Jays, Kansas City scoreless in the first. Mets and Brewers just getting underway. And still to come tonight, 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time, the Texas Power Rangers, Chicago White Sox. 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time, Baltimore Orioles and St. Louis Cardinals. And the last game of the night at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time, it'll be the Minnesota Twins and the Oakland A's. And we got a bunch of finals already, folks. So the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, 3-0 winners over the Detroit Tigers. Arizona Diamondbacks, 2-0 winners over the Chicago Cubs. Cincinnati, 10-9 winners over San Francisco. The Indians, 4-3 winners over the Anaheim Angels. The Padres, 3-0 winners over the Pirates. And the Phillies 6-0 winners over Seattle. Now then, I do have some news to share with everybody. I, as of today, have officially been able to put up super chats. So, with that being said, I set a super chat goal. Just looking for our first in any amount just to break the ice. And what I'll do is, whoever that person is, I will give a shout out. And if the message is, respectful and whatnot, I'll pin it up in the chat. So that's what I can offer right now, but it is there now, and we'll be looking for our first. But one thing I promise I will never do, and I've seen other channels do this, I will never just start ignoring the chat and only responding when people donate or buy a super chat. That's not who I am. That's not who I'll be. That's not who I'll ever be. I'm still going to chat with everybody or try to keep up with the chat. Even when the game gets busy or the chat gets busy, I'll still do my very best. But that's just out there. What I'll do going forward is the most recent super chat I will pin up in the chat. That is what I will do going forward. But I will never ignore anybody for not buying a super chat. That is just downright ridiculous. And it means you forget the people who supported you and got you this far. And that's not who I am. What you see, the guy from day one, is who I am. That's never going to change. And oh my God, Andy Foster, just like that, the goal is met. So go Braves, of course. But you know what? I'm a man of my word. So I'm going to go ahead and pin it up just to prove that I am. And what is it? It doesn't let me pin it up. Okay, I'll have to do something for Andy then. I don't know why it's not letting me do that. But you know what? Let's give it a heart. I encourage everybody in the chat, no matter who you root for, go ahead, give it a like, give it some love. Andy Foster, one of our guys, good friend of mine. He calls the Braves play-by-play. He'll have this game going on his channel on the Braves end. So if you're a Braves fan, do check him out as well. Andy, if you're still here, put your link in the chat. Put your link in the chat for the Braves side of things for anyone who prefers that. Just keeping it fair. But thank you once again. I do appreciate that. Our good friend Andy Foster, around for him. And let's keep it going. Appreciate that. Hey, Cosmic, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. So with that being said, I am ready for Dodgers baseball. Let's get this thing underway. First pitch is a heartbeat or two away. I just had to share that good news with everybody. We've come such a long way. I can't believe it. So fast. What? Oh man, Andy, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. I take that back. It was like work has got Andy caught up, but just for future purposes going forward, anyone who's looking for Braves content, he calls the Braves and the Seattle Mariners for baseball. So he's your guy. If you're a Mariners fan or a Braves fan, he is your guy. Andy Foster, and a good moderator here on our channel. Wish it would let me pin up his I didn't know that you couldn't. All right, well, I'll keep that in mind going forward. I try to put, I guess the best I can do right now is shout outs for her super chats. I do apologize. That's all I could do, but they do mean a lot. So first pitch is coming up, folks. Let's see if we can bounce back strong tonight. Rough loss last night. We had many opportunities to get the go-ahead run. We did not cash in. Then in ninth inning, Shohei Ohtani led things off with a triple. Nobody out with a triple. And Freeman came up and, we couldn't get it done. We simply didn't cash in, and that was it. And Shohei Ohtani is coming up. Smith Shawver taking his final warm-up tosses. Okay, well, make sure you let us know. Make sure you let us know what you're going to be doing. Because after this, my night's pretty much free and we'll look for a place to hang out. So that could very well be you. Usually it is. Here we go. Shohei Ohtani coming out. Oh, thank you, Anthony. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shohei coming up to lead things off. And we're about to get underway finally. You know, Anthony, about earlier, usually I talk to Liam a good deal outside of YouTube. He is a friend of mine. I consider him a friend, but I, when Dr. DeLay told me what he told me, I didn't even message him. I decided to leave him alone. I'll just send him a text tomorrow, say what's up as usual. I talk to him a good bit outside of YouTube. Very good friend of mine. Anyways, Shohei digs in, 287 average, 30 home runs, 80 RBIs, and 933 OPS. I am watching it on Braves Vision for a heads up. I do live in a blackout area for the Braves, so I had to do it that way. First pitch to Shohei, and fastball's called a strike at the top of the strike zone. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. And that splitter is high and away for a ball, so the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, like I said, I really have no comment. Here's a 1-1. That fastball's fouled away 1-2, and I know you don't expect that because, you know, they're a rival to us, but I can't, no. I am not going to throw a party over that because it can happen to anybody on any given night, and I am not a 4th grader. Cut on a miss. Strike 3 of the high cheese. Ohtani down on strikes here. So 1 away already. So not a good start here for Shohei. And that'll bring up Freddie Freeman here with nobody on. And the first pitch to Freddie. There's a strike. Fastball. Top of the strike zone. 0-1. So Freddie 299, 15 home runs, 61 RBIs, 829 OPS. The pitch. And he cuts and misses at the high cheese. Quickly 0-2. So Smith Jobber, he's hitting that top of the strike zone very well with that fastball. Looking very sharp here in early going. And that splitter is low for a ball, so the count is 1-2. Much like how Elder started his game off. And that splitter is grounded to second. Second baseman's got it. Throws to first. 2 away. So Freddie is retired. And that'll bring up Mookie Betts here with nobody on. 2 away. So let's see if we can get some 2-out magic here somehow. Hey, Sam is here. What's up, Sam? What's going on, buddy? Mookie at 236 average so far this season. First pitch to him. And a slider's low and away for a ball. 1-0. Mookie has 16 home runs, 46 RBIs, a 696 OPS. And a 1-0. And that fastball's upstairs for a ball. The count is 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes here on Mookie Betts. And this telecast is way behind the tracker. Here's a 2-0. And that fastball runs upstairs again, so it counts quickly 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes here on Mookie Betts. At least he missed Sportsnet LA even more, because usually they keep it pretty close. And here's a 3-0. That one misses high and inside the sinker, so it's a 2-out walk here. And we have a runner on, 2 away. And that'll bring up Max Muncy, the third baseman and cleanup hitter. 256 average so far this year. Yeah, the blackouts, yeah, it can be annoying. 26 home runs, 67 RBIs, 856 OPS. And the pitch. That splitter just misses upstairs, so the count is 1-0. And also, it limits teams and their viewership, too, because if you got fans who live, in a certain area, but they're fans of another team, you know, of a certain team in that area, rather, and that breaking ball is low, the count is 2-0. Let's be honest, most people don't have cable anymore. They just have streaming services. So now you're adding, they'll get MLB TV, and then you're adding like another charge too. Especially if they're following multiple teams. This is what I'm getting at, actually. Here's the 2-0. And a fastball right in there for a strike. The count is 2-1 here on Max Muncy. Skull Racing, gotcha. I got you, Sam. Yeah, I saw that score earlier too. Yep, I got you. I was rooting for you guys too. So here's the 2-1. Inside corner fastball in there for a strike. So the count is 2-2. Even count here. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Max Muncy. Over his last 5 games, 357 average with a home run, 3 RBIs, and 2 doubles. So he's been hot as of late. And here's the 2-2 to Muncy. And that one is grounded up the middle, but right there is the second baseman who's got it. Throws to first. Good stretch by Olsen. That'll do it. So the Dodgers strand 1. They don't get anything. And the Braves come in the bat. And Baldwin, Acuna Jr., and Olsen do up when we return here live at the CHMAN 712 Sports Network. Once again, thank you guys for being here. For everybody who's watching, listening, very much appreciated. Just be sure to tap the like button, help the stream, help get it recommended out there, not only to more Dodgers fans, just baseball fans in general who want to hang out, catch a game, join a watch party. Oh, that dartboard. I don't know why it's still up there. We already hit our goal. Oh, it says timer ended before hitting it. But we did hit our goal, so screw the timer. But yeah, basically what that was, it was a goal for the stream. I have to get rid of it now because we already hit it. But the goal was that we're looking for our first super chat because I finally got approved for that today. And Andy, lo and behold, Andy came along and he dropped a super chat. So we got our first super chat on the channel. It'll forever be Andy Foster. I'll be making a post about that later. So he's cemented in history forever. Very first donation ever on this channel. Very much appreciated. Good friend of the channel. I have Sports LA and Angels 2 extra. Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, Anthony, I get that completely. So you got to pay for 2 extra things. And you see where I'm at. I'm out in North Carolina. Wait till you hear the list of teams that are on the blackout list for me. I'll tell you 1 second. Here's Roki Sasaki, 5-5, 4.42 ERA. 114 strikeouts against 46 walks. Opponents batting 2-39 against him. I will say, besides being a little slow in the first inning, Braves Vision does not have a bad display. It shows good stats, and they keep them on the screen a little bit longer than Sportsnet LA does. Makes it easier to read it. So I will say I like that. First pitch to Baldwin, and Splitter is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. But, yeah, I have the Marlins, the Devil Rays, Braves, Natties, Indians, Reds, Orioles. And there's a strike. Fastball in the high inside corner, 1-1. I've got 7 teams on the blackout list for my area. I don't know why the Natties are. I don't know why Cincinnati and the Indians are. Here's a 1-1. Caught on a miss over a splitter. So the count is 1-2. A quick 1-2 setup here. And we're looking good. Yo, bing bong. Yeah, still showing 0 of 1. I don't know why. Here's the 1-2. And that fastball just misses outside. The count is 2-2. If you scroll up, Andy Foster's the man. I mean, his message was "Go Braves," but I could live with it. It's Andy Foster. I could live with it. Here's a 2-2. Caught on a miss. Strike three. Slider in the zone. Got him. Dump your K's in the chat. One away. Challenged him and he couldn't hit it. So one away by way of decay. First strikeout for Roki. Huh. Yeah, I'll give it to you, Andy. Braves vision is not bad. It was just a little behind in the first inning, but it seems to be up to speed now. It's not bad. First pitch to from Sasaki. Strike one to Acuna. Slider. Splits Broadway. No swing. So 0-1. And here's the 0-1. And that fastball runs inside, so the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Ronald Acuna Jr. Acuna batting .232 in the year, 13 home runs, 35 RBIs, 743 OPS. Spent a good deal of time on the IL, which explains the numbers. The 1-1. Tries to check his swing on the high inside fastball. They said no swing, so the count is 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike here on Acuna. A's. Okay. Once Oakland is blacked out, that's it. 2-1. There's a strike. Throws a forkball right in the zone. So he's got 2 strikes on him here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the 2-2 from Sasaki. And that one's grounded to third. There's Muncy with it. Throws across the diamond. Chew away. Perfect throw. So 2 up, 2 down here to start off the bottom of the first inning for the Braves. That'll bring up Matt Olson, their big slugger, with nobody on base. Exactly how you want to face him. So if he gets a hold of one, it's just a solo shot. And you can live with that this early in the game. And here's the first pitch to Olson. There's a strike. Slider on the outside corner, 0-1. All right. Come on, Roki. And here's the 0-1. And that slider bounces in the dirt. The count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Also, I will be working on membership soon, which will... Olson, 260 average, 36 home runs, 77 RBIs, 868 OPS, which will allow access to emotes. We'll have to create the emotes as well. Here's a 1-1. And a high cheese is fouled back. The count is 1-2. So we got a lot coming up on the channel. And I'll keep adding things as I go. More things I can come up with that people might enjoy. So we're still growing. Still learning as we go. So here's a 1-2 from Sasaki. He deals. And that splitter in the dirt. Somehow Olson got a piece of that to stay alive. So it's a foul ball. So we'll do it again. The count remains 1-2. Next pitch from Sasaki will be pitch number 15. Yeah. Andy said he might do something later. I'm not sure if it's a premiere or a live game. Here's the 1-2. That one is ripped. Slider deep. Right field. Off the foul pole and gone. So I mentioned it and I spoke it into existence. I wish I could take it back. Solo blast here from Matt Olson. And 37th home run of the year. And just like in last night's game, the Braves jump out ahead in the first inning. It is 1-0 Atlanta here in the bottom of the first. It was really not a bad pitch, but just good hitting. Good hitting beat a good pitch there. So here's Mauricio Dubon. First pitch to Dubon. And it's fouled back on the fastball. 0-1. Put a charge into that one. Just able to keep it fair. Hit the foul pole. So that was close. Oh, yeah. And here's the 0-1. And that one's grounded to third. Max Muncy, backhanded grab. Into foul territory, throws it across the diamond on one hop, but can't get him. And Freddie couldn't glove that throw either, but it's a tough play, so they will rule it a single. Muncy had to throw that one from deep. He had to throw it from foul territory, so no play. So with 2 outs here, the Braves get back-to-back hits. The solo home run and an infield single here. That'll bring up Michael Harris II with a runner on and 2 away. And the first pitch. That one's low for a ball. Dubon takes off and he steals second base. So with 2 away, Mauricio Dubon puts himself in scoring position for Michael Harris II. And Michael Harris II batting .293 on the year so far. So Braves trying to create some 2-out trouble here for Roki Sasaki. Runner now in scoring position. 7th stolen base of the year for Dubon. And that pitch bounces in the dirt, the splitter, but doesn't get away far enough from the catcher for Dubon to advance. So the count's quickly 2-0. Yep. Okay, yeah, I think I saw that. Yep. Your mod for Liam. Yep. Anything without alcohol. Gotcha. Here's the 2-0 to Harris. And that fork ball is low. The count is 3-0. So now, after giving up the home run and then giving up that infield hit, Sasaki not finding the strike zone here against Michael Harris II. Tomorrow. Something for Liam. And here's the 3-0. And that fastball misses low, so that's a walk. So after giving up the solo home run, back-to-back runners reach base here against Sasaki. And I'll bring up Ozzie Albies, batting .255 on the year. So with 2 outs, an infield single, and then a walk, a 4-pitch walk. So Sasaki struggling here in the first inning, much like Glasnow did in last night's game. Like I said, the Braves just play us so well. No matter how good we are, they always give us problems. He's got 20 home runs and 67 RBIs, too, on top of that. So this game can get a heck of a lot worse for us here. Here's the first pitch to Albies. And the fastball is low. The count is 1-0. And Albies, .288 hitter at runners in scoring position this year with 46 RBIs. So this is definitely his situation. So here's the 1-0. And there's a strike. Fastball on the outside corner, 1-1. You finally get a strike. Thursday? And here's the 1-1. And that splitter misses low and inside for a ball. The count is 2-1. 2-1 here on Ozzie Albies. And here's the 2-1. Hard on a miss at the fastball on the outside corner, so the count is 2-2. 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. Sasaki needs to focus here, execute his pitch, try to minimize the damage, and get out of this inning, and hopefully settles in like Glasnow did yesterday. 2-2, fastball is fouled away, so Albie stays alive. Count remains 2-2. Sasaki up to 26 pitches, quickly approaching 30 here in just the first inning alone. But yeah, this telecast is definitely 10 times better than TBS was. I did not enjoy that TBS telecast whatsoever. And here's the 2-2. That one's chopped back to the pitcher's mound. Sasaki off the mound comes forward and gets it. Flips it to first, and that'll do it. But the Braves do get on the board. Solo home run by Olsen. But they strand 2. After an inning of play, it is 1-0 Atlanta. And when we return, Tommy Edman, Kyle Tucker, and Alec Thomas do up for us. And in last night's game, the bottom of the order did the most damage. It was the bottom of the order to put up the 3 runs. So we'd like to see the top of the order turn things around in this game at some point and perform better than they did. We'll need them to if we want to win this series. If it starts in one game, we got to try to win this game. So with that being said, let's try to get a rally, and let's go Dodgers as always. And if you're just joining in, the Braves do have a 1-0 lead on 2 hits, and Dodgers have nothing so far. Only had 1 walk in the top of the first inning. The only difference being here, a solo home run to right field off the foul pole by Matt Olson in the first inning. And that's where we're at. Yeah, I do. But it's just a simple energy drink. More of a can. I just have a big can of energy drink. Need a little extra juice, that's all. Going okay. Watching baseball besides the Giants. Yeah. I don't blame you for being frustrated. I'd be pretty pissed off myself right now. Because the only thing I will say about that game, I really have no comment other than that was inexcusable. Out of everybody who came jogging out of that bullpen, just what in the hell, guys? What in the hell? That's all I can say. Got to get those outs. You have a big lead. Go after these guys. Get those outs. And I'm saying that about a rival. I'm just being honest, and I'm calling it fair. So here we are. And the first pitch to Edman. Sinker's inside for a ball. The count is 1-0. Edman batting .266 on the year so far. Here's the 1-0 to Edman. And that breaking ball misses upstairs, so the count is 2-0. Smith-Shawver, next pitch will be his 20th pitch of the game. And here's the 2-0. Swung on, lifted into center field, right center, they'll get down, go all the way to the wall, and Edman is going to reach second base standing up. So it's a leadoff double here to start the inning for the Dodgers. Tommy Edman, good hit right there. All right, big congratulations to Dr. DeLay. Thank you for letting us know. Dr. DeLay, another partner of mine, great streaming network, does a great job calling the Pirates play-by-play, and he'll be doing the Steelers for the NFL. Big congratulations to him. And that'll bring up Kyle Tucker here with a runner in scoring position. Nobody out. .231 average on the year so far for him. First pitch to Tucker. And fastball's in there for a strike on the high inside corner, 0-1. I'm feeling a lot better today. Starting to get over that cough I've had, that cold. Still around, but it's not as bad. Splitter fouled back, so quickly the count is 0-2 here on Tucker. He's got 11 home runs, 57 RBIs, and a .687 OPS so far this year. He had a hit in last night's game and was robbed of a hit as well. Here's the 0-2, and that splitter is outside for a ball. The count is 1-2. 1-2 count here on Kyle Tucker. Runner in scoring position represents the tying run. Edman there in second base. Oh yeah, I hate the puddle drays too. Here's the 1-2, and that fastball's popped up into left. Going out there as a third baseman, and he makes the play. So not a productive out, does not advance the runner. One away here with Edman still at second base. Didn't even get the runner over. And that'll bring up Alec Thomas. He had a hit and an RBI in last night's game as well. And here's the first pitch to Thomas. He fouls away the fastball. The count is 0-1. Batting 192 on the year. He's been hitting better since we called him up. So we'll see what he does here. But you can't keep relying on the bottom of the lineup every single game. And here's the 0-1 to Thomas. He swings and pops that splitter up into center field. Coming in as Harris. He jogs in and makes the play. So 2 away, runner still stranded at second base. So 2 straight non-productive outs. It's 1967. All right, appreciate the heads up, Cosmic. I'll check that out later. Ronnie Hill. So there's Teo, 244, 11 home runs, 44 RBIs, 695 OPS. There's up to Teoscar Hernandez here with 2 away to get that run in. First pitch to Teo, and that fastball's upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Yeah, I hear that, Sam. Yeah, Anthony, that's how it's been. He's been hitting a little better lately, but just not getting it done. Here's the 1-0. And that slider's low and away for a ball. The count is 2-0 here to Teoscar Hernandez. Edmund still at second. 2 away now. He led off the inning with a double. And here's a 2-0 to Teo. There's a strike. Splitter on the inside corner. So strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike here on Teoscar Hernandez. And Shaver deals. That splitter is low in the dirt, so the count is 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike here on Teoscar Hernandez. Hunter Fiducia, number 9 hitter, is on deck. Oh, thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate it. Here's a 3-1. And the splitter is low, ball 4, so we get a 2-out walk here. Inning stays alive for Fiducia. Hunter Fiducia had an RBI single in last night's game as well. So we'll see if he can do it again. And they're having a meeting on the mound. Infielders are coming in with the catcher to have a word with Smith Shaver. And the pitching coach is out there as well. So we'll see what happens. So Hunter Fiducia comes up with runners on first and second here. Tying run on second. Go ahead run at first, but there is 2 down. And if he was to get on base, Shohei Ohtani would be up. So Smith Shaver up to 31 pitches now. 16 strikes, 15 balls. Here's Fiducia, 242 on the year, 3 home runs, 15 RBIs, 667 OPS. And the first pitch. There's a strike at the knees on the fastball, 0-1. Oh, hey, Steven, thank you. Thank you for stopping in. And, of course, in good news, yesterday, Will Smith had a rehab game and looked pretty good. So, here's the 0-1. That one is blooped into center field. Left center, that'll get down for a base hit. Edmund comes around. Here's a throw to second. And we have a tied game here, first and third, with 2 outs. So we're on the board as a tied ball game. Fiducia, back-to-back nights, comes through the RBI hit. And we have a tied ball game, and Shohei Ohtani coming up. So first and third still, 2 down, and Shohei Ohtani coming up to the plate. See if we can get something done here. But we have a new ball game, folks. Make some noise. First pitch to Shohei is low, splitter for a ball, 1-0. Yeah, Steven was like, you were good luck. Our number 9 hitter ties the game up with 2 outs, so I guess you were good luck. Ohtani 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first inning. And the pitch to him is upstairs for a ball, so the count is 2-0. So Smith-Shawver at 35 pitches now for the game. Looked very sharp in the first inning. And here's a pitch, and Ohtani swings and pops that one up to center field. So Harris is there. He makes the play, and that'll do it. So the Dodgers strand 2. But after the RBI single with 2 outs by Fiducia, it is a tied ball game. When we return, it'll be Yastrzemski, Riley, and Murphy due up for the Braves right here at CHMAN 712 Sports Network. New ball game, folks. New ball game. Yeah, I'd love to see it too, Steve. And the top of our lineup didn't do well last night. And the bottom of the lineup was actually responsible for the 3 runs we had last night. And now the bottom of the lineup is responsible for this tying run that we have right now. So the bottom of the lineup has been getting it done. Top of the lineup so far in the series, a little quiet. Ohtani and Freeman, they've both been relatively quiet here. I mean, Muncy did have a big hit in last night's game as well. But other than that, we'd love to see more from Shohei and Freddie. Because if those guys were coming through last night, we left a lot of runners on base last night. If we had cashed in at least 1 or 2 more times, we'd probably win that game. So, and then the ninth inning was completely inexcusable. Shohei Ohtani led off the top of the 9th inning with a triple. A triple, nobody out, and we couldn't get him in. Not one simple fly ball somewhere to tie the game. We couldn't do it. So we have to play better than that. Especially if you want to beat a team like the Braves, you have to play better than that. Oh yeah, they're due, Steven. Definitely due. I agree with you. But yeah, when you're facing a team like the Braves, you got to take everything that they give you, because they ain't going to give you a whole lot. There's a reason why they're first in the National League East. And he had the 3rd best record in all of Major League Baseball. That's not by accident. So Mike Yastrzemski will be coming up to lead things off here for the Braves in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Of course, I'd love to see Roki bounce back and have a quick inning here after struggling in the first. Glasnow was able to do that last night. After struggling in the first, he just cruised the rest of the way. But the damage was already done. 228 average, 9 home runs, 34 RBIs, a 698 OPS for Yastrzemski. Oh yeah, definitely, Steven. First pitch fastball's fouled back, so the count is 0-1. So, quick strike here on Yastrzemski. Yep, best from the West facing the best from the East. And here's the 0-1. And that splitter just misses low, so the count is 2. Check that. Why'd they cut away so quickly? 1-1. So here's the 1-1. And he tries to check his swing on that low splitter. Third base umpire said he went. So strike 2 here on him. So it's a 1-2 count here on Yastrzemski. Come on, Roki. Let's get this first out. Roki does have a strikeout so far in this game. Now would be a good time for strikeout number 2. And here's the 1-2 from Sasaki. Checks his swing on the high and away fastball, and this time third base umpire said he didn't go. So the count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Yastrzemski. And here's the 2-2 payoff. That splitter is chopped foul, so he stays alive here. Count remains 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on him. So Roki Sasaki is at over 30 pitches. He's at 32 to be exact. He looks in, and he's set. And Roki deals. And that splitter is chopped foul, so Yaz stays alive for now. Mini Yaz stays alive for now. So the count remains 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes here on Yastrzemski. And the 2-2 payoff. Fastball misses outside for a ball, so the count runs full here. 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes here on him. And here's a 3-2. Caught on a miss. Strike 3 and a splitter in the dirt. Dump your K's in the chat. So 1 away here by way of the K. Second strikeout of the game for Roki Sasaki. And that'll bring up Riley. Riley batting .221 on the year so far. And the first pitch, he rips that one into left field for a base hit. It gets down. So it's a 1-out single here for Riley. And the Braves, once again, they have a runner on here with just 1 away. Able to pull that one out there, and it got down for a base hit. Solid contact, so they've got a runner on here. And that brings up Murphy. And the first pitch to Murphy is a strike. Pumps the fastball in there. Count is 0-1. Murphy batting .136 on the year with 1 RBI and a .315 OPS. No home runs. But after him is the top of the lineup again. So here's the 0-1. Caught on a miss at the slider in the outside corner. It counts quickly 0-2 here. So it's an 0-2 count here on Murphy. 1 down, runner on first. Braves looking to get back out ahead. Here's the pitch. That one's chopped down third baseline but foul. So we'll do it again. Count remains 0-2. Now be a good time for a Roki K. Come on, Roki. Let's get this guy. Come on. And here's the 0-2. Caught on a miss at the outside slider. Strike 3. Dump your K. That 2 away now by way of the K. 3 strikeouts on the night for Roki Sasaki. 2 down. And that'll bring up Drake Baldwin, a strikeout victim in his first at bat. The top of the Braves order coming up with a runner on base and 2 down. Roki at 40 pitches now. First pitch. And the fastball runs upstairs, so the count is 1-0. And here's the 1-0. Roki deals. And that one is lined into center field. That'll get down for a base hit. So back to another single here. And the Braves have runners on first and second now with 2 down. And that brings up the dangerous Ronald Acuna with a runner in scoring position here. So Sasaki with 2 outs running into trouble here now. Now he has to face Ronald Acuna, who's 0-1 so far in this game. And you keep playing with fire, eventually you get burned. So both teams combined 25 hits, and check this out, y'all. 21 singles between the 2 teams. A lot of paper cuts. And the first pitch is upstairs, fastball, 1-0. Of course, Acuna was a ground out victim his first time up, 0 for 1 so far on this game. So here's a 1-0 from Sasaki. He set, he deals. Oh, try to hold up his swing on the high fastball. Couldn't hold up, so the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Ronald Acuna Jr. Got to try to get him because Olsen would be up, and Olsen has a solo home run so far in this game for the Braves. And the pitch, that one's grounded to short. Mookie's got it. We'll take the shortcut, flip to second, 4 to fourth, and that'll do it. So the Braves strand 2. And after 2 innings of play, it's a tied game 1-1, 1-2-0 LA, 1-4-0 Atlanta. And when we return, Freeman, Betts, and Muncy due up when we get back. So we'll see if we can get something going when we return. Got to get the top of this lineup going, so we need some more firepower. So Roki able to navigate his way out of a jam. Yep, playing small ball. Yeah, sometimes that's the way to do it. Especially come October time when you're facing some of the best pitchers in the league. You got to try to manufacture runs the best way possible and any way you can. And sometimes you relax and wait too long for the long ball and it never gets there. Next thing you know, you're down in the game and you can't put up runs. So you got to try to get runs any way that you can. That's just how I view it and how I feel about it. Last night's game felt like it went by pretty quick. So we'll see how tonight's game goes. Yep, Freddie Freeman, the ultimate baseball professional. He struggled in last night's game a bit, so hopefully he can turn things around here. And as they like to say on Fitzy's chat, he is definitely due. It'll be nice to get the top of this order going. We know they're capable of putting up some serious runs if they can get going. And we definitely need that. We need to get ourselves a pretty good lead. Dropping the first game, now we have to win these next 2 games to take the series. It has implications for the season series because by losing last night's game, we gave up any chance we had of winning the season series against them. The best we could do is win tonight, tomorrow, and have an even 3-3 season series. Because they took 2 of 3 in LA early in the year. So I feel like our back is against the wall here. So we're back at the ballpark. Freddie Freeman stands in. Now let's see if things can turn around here for us. Come on, Freddie. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out in the first inning. First pitch to Freddie's a strike on the inside corner with the breaking ball, 0-1. So it's already 1 strike here on Freddie Freeman. And here's the 0-1. That breaking ball misses upstairs, so the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Freddie Freeman. Smith-Shawver approaching 40 pitches on the game. Here's the 1-1. Caught on a miss at the fastball in the zone, challenged him. So the count is 1-2, 2 strikes already. Next pitch will be number 40 for Smith-Shawver. Here's the 1-2. And that fastball runs way upstairs, so the count's even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Freddie Freeman. Of course, Edmund had a double earlier, but they were able to cash in with 2 outs. And pitch, that one is ripped. Right field, that'll get down and go all the way to the wall. Freddie goes around first, and he'll make it to second base standing up. So a line drive double here by Freddie Freeman to lead things off for us. And we're in business. Leadoff double, Freddie Freeman. Runner in scoring position now with nobody away. Now it's up to the guys behind him to get him over and get him in. So Freddie Freeman with a big hit here. And that brings up Mookie Betts, one of my favorites. First pitch to Mookie runs way upstairs, 1-0. Yep. And Freddie, and now here's Mookie. Mookie walked in the first inning. And here's a 1-0 to Mookie. And that slider's upstairs. Just missed the top of the zone, so the count is 2-0. 2-0 count here on Mookie Betts. Here's the 2-0, and Mookie swings and pops that one up. Second baseman goes out to the outfield grass. He's there and gets it. So one away here. Not a productive out. Didn't get the runner over. So one away. And that brings up Max Muncy, that funky Muncy Dodgers OG. He's 0 for 1 so far in this game. Smith-Shawver at 44 pitches now. All right, come on, Max. It's up to you. Let's go. First pitch to Muncy, and that one splitter bounces in the dirt, but doesn't get away from the catcher far enough for Freddie to go anywhere. 1-0. Freddie has to stay put at second base. So here's a big moment for Max Muncy. A single can put us ahead. He grounded out in the first inning. And here's the 1-0. That fastball misses upstairs, so the count is 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes here on Max Muncy. And 2-0. That one swung on, lifted to center field, but playable. Right there is Harris. And he jogs in a little bit, makes the play. So 2 away here, 2 non-productive outs. And runner still stranded at second base. Now it's up to Edman with 2 away. Tommy Edman had a double in his last at-bat and came around to score on an RBI single by Fiducia. So gotta hope he's got another hit in that bat for tonight. So here's Edman. Come on, Edman. Let's go. Here's the first pitch to Edman. And that slider is low. The count is 1-0. So there's a 1-0 count here on him. Yep, come on, Tommy. We need a clutch single here. That's all we need. And here's the 1-0. And that fastball's upstairs, so the count is 2-0. 2-0 count here. Come on, Edman. Just need a single, that's all we need. The pitch. And that slider catches the top of the strike zone. The count is 2-1. Come on, Tommy Edman. Let's go. Tommy Tanks. Come on. Come on. Let's go here. 50 pitches for Smith-Shawver. And here's a 2-1. That one swung on, ripped in the air to right, line drive low, and it gets out of here. A home run. A low line drive home run. And it's a 2-run blast here. A low line drive by Tommy Edman that gets out of here. And it's 3-1 Dodgers. I thought that might get down at the warning track, but it's a 2-run home run. Just a low laser. What? I'll definitely have to clip a short of that. I'll take it. Here's Tucker. Fastball's upstairs for a ball. 1-0. Wow, I will definitely take it though. So we've given Roki a 2-run lead here. Now we just hope that he comes out and pitches with confidence and goes after these hitters. He'll be facing a dangerous part of the order next inning. Check swing on a splitter and he fouls it, so the count is 1-1. 2 outs here though. Wow, one of the oddest home runs I've seen. Such a low line drive. And that's, foul, strike 2. Wow, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that one. I definitely got to clip a short of that in the coming days. That's a laser. Don't know how else to describe it. The 1-2, and Tucker fouls away the outside splitter to stay alive. The count is still 1-2. Tucker is 0 for 1 with a pop out in the second inning. So Shaver is set. He deals. And that one's grounded to second. Second baseman has got it. Throws to first, and that'll do it. But the Dodgers scored 2 on that laser home run from Edman. And after 2.5 innings of play, it is 3-1 LA. When we return, it'll be Olsen, Dubon, and Harris due up for the Braves. What an interesting home run that was. I don't know how else to describe it. But I will definitely have to clip a short of that sometime this week. That's just... wow. Just a laser. I thought it was going to get down for a hit. I thought it was going to go a line drive laser on the warning track maybe, bounced against the wall, extra bases, but somehow it kept on going. It just kept going, and hit the brick wall out there in right. It's odd home run. Definitely not a mammoth shot, but hey, I'm happy. Also, I did change jerseys tonight. Usually I alternate my jerseys, but the blackout jersey, when we started that winning streak, I just kept wearing the blackout jersey, and we won 6 in a row. Then we lost last night, so I switched back to the home jersey. See if we could switch things up a bit. So now I'm only going to alternate or change jerseys after a loss. The style of jerseys, that is. Yeah, Jake, absolutely, buddy. Welcome in. Absolutely. And after this next half of the inning, good thing you kind of reminded me. I'm going to do score update. I haven't done one since the pregame. And see where everybody's at right now. But, yeah, it'd be nice to bounce back. You guys facing Houston. So that's pretty big for you guys, because that's a team, you guys deal with over there in the American League. We're dealing with the Braves, so... it's a battle of division leaders right now. Best in the West, best in the East for the National League going at it. So 3-4-0 LA, 1-4-0 Atlanta. And here's Matt Olson. He had a solo home run back in the first inning. The first pitch from Sasaki. And that fastball's outside for a ball, 1-0. Here's a 1-0. Swing and a miss over the low splitter. So the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Olsen. Roki approaching 50 pitches, 47 to be exact, and he deals. That one swung on, lifted into center field, going back there, and Thomas makes the play on the warning track in front of the wall, runs it down, so 1 away. So Olsen gave that one a good ride, but it died there in front of the wall. So 1 away. Gotcha, Steven. Yeah, I saw Fitzy's Red Sox. They opened up on Miami late in that game. So I know Tom Fitzpatrick must have been very happy. And here's the first pitch to Dubon, low and away to forkball, ball 1. Mauricio Dubon is 1 for 1 with a single in the first, and he stole a base. Come on, Roki, you got a lead now. Let's go. Pitch number 50 on the way from Sasaki. He deals. That was grounded back up the middle. But there's Edman. He's got it. Throws to first. 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Ground out to the second baseman. So Roki, after giving up that solo shot, he's gotten into a couple of jams. but he's been able to work his way out of it. Hopefully he can settle down here and put together a clean inning. He's been pitching very well, sub-3 ERA since the All-Star break for us, so Roki's been pitching well. Oh yeah, Jake, I'm looking forward to that series. And here's Michael Harris, and he looks at a strike. Fastball out, slider outside, corner 0-1. So he walked in his first at bat. And here's the 0-1. That splitter is low and inside for a ball, so it counts even here at 1-1. Roki Sasaki looking for a quick 1-2-3 third inning. And here's the 1-1 from Roki. That one is grounded to short. Mookie has got it. Throws on the run. He got him. So the Braves go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the third. And after 3 innings of play, it is 3-1 LA. And when we return, Thomas, Teoscar Hernandez, and Hunter Fiducia due up when we get back. Here live at CHMAN 712 Sports Network. Calling you the Dodgers action and play-by-play all season long. Quest for the three-peat continues here. So question is, can we get it or not? Guess we'll find out. I guess it depends on how your starting pitching is lined up, Jake. But anyways, let me get some quick score updates for us. So right now, Miami with a 2-0 lead over Boston in the 5th. The Rockies a 4-1 lead over the Natties in the 5th. Toronto, Kansas City scoreless in the 4th. The Yankees a 2-1 lead over Houston in the 4th. Milwaukee a 4-0 lead over the Mets in the 3rd. Chicago, the White Sox in Texas scoreless in the 2nd. The Orioles with a 5-0 lead over the Cardinals in the 1st. Still to come tonight at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time, the last game of the night, Minnesota and the Oakland A's. And we have a bunch of finals. Tampa Bay 3-0 winners over Detroit. The Diamondbacks 2-0 winners over the Cubs. The Reds 10-9 winners over the Giants. The Indians with a 4-3 win over Anaheim. And the Padres with a 3-0 win over the Pirates. And the Phillies with a 6-0 win over Seattle. And that's our score update for now. Oh yeah, bullpen fatigue, that's definitely not what you want to have with September coming up. So, being that stretch, that very important stretch that determines postseason standings. So, wish you guys all the best. So, Smith-Shawver, 7 career starts at Truist, 3-1 record, a 2.34 ERA, and opponents only batting 169 against him. So, he's a way better home pitcher. And this is his turf. Now here's Alec Thomas to lead things off. He is 0 for 1 so far in this game. First pitch to Thomas. There's a strike. Sinker in the outside corner, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That one swung on off the end of the bat, lifted into left. Drifting over is Yastrzemski. He makes the play near the line. So 1 away, fly out to the left fielder. And that'll bring up Teoscar Hernandez. He drew a walk in his last at bat to get the baton to Fiducia. And Fiducia was able to come up with a RBI single with 2 away. That tied the game up at the time. First pitch to Teo, and there's a strike, sinker on the high inside corner. 0-1. Come on, Teo. Find a way to get on base here. And the 0-1, swing and a miss at the fastball. Weak swing too, about a half swing. It was like he was trying to hold up or something. So the count's quickly 0-2 on Teo. Here's the 0-2. And he swings and misses at a splitter, strike 3. So he goes down quickly here, and quickly there's 2 away. That brings up Hunter Fiducia. Now, if Fiducia gets on, that brings up Shohei Ohtani. If he doesn't get on, then we start fresh with the top of our lineup next inning. So, still a win-win. First pitch to Fiducia. Splitter just misses the outside corner, 1-0. RBI single in the second. 1 for 1 so far. That pitch, fastball, just misses low at the knees. So the count is 2-0 here on Fiducia. No lead is ever safe at Truist. You want more runs. And that sinker is popped back foul. That'll reach the seat. So the count is 2-1. You always want to put up as many runs as you can because the Braves have a very good offense. So you can't take anything for granted against them. And here's the 2-1 to Smith-Shawver. And Fiducia shows bunt, pulls it back. The fastball's low and inside for a ball, so the count is 3-1. And Ohtani's on deck. 3-1 count here on Fiducia. 3-1. That one is ripped. Foul on first base side, so good contact, but foul ball. So the count's full here at 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes on him here. And Splitter misses for ball 4, so it's a 2-out walk. And that'll bring up Shohei Ohtani here, 2 away. Shohei Ohtani coming up. Really got to get him going in this series. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout so far. Fiducia is at first. And the first pitch to Shohei. And sinker's outside for a ball, 1-0. Alright, come on, Ohtani, lock in. Let's go. Smith-Shawver approaching 70 pitches. He's at 68 right now to be exact. The 1-0. And that splitter is just chopped foul, so the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Shohei Ohtani. Come on, Shohei. Pitch number 70 on the way from Smith-Shawver. Here's the pitch. He breaks his bat, but loops it into right field for a base hit. Fiducia is going to go all the way around to third. So Shohei Ohtani with a 2-out single sets them up first and third with 2 away. And that'll bring up Freddie Freeman. Make some noise. Let's go. Freeman has a double in his last at bat. So we're set up here. All we need is a single from Freddie. So despite the broken bat, Ohtani able to get a base hit here out of that and set us up beautifully. Now it's up to Freddie Freeman, the ultimate baseball professional, to get it done. Freddie 1 for 2 with that double. The first pitch to him, and he fouls away that sinker. That'll reach the seats. So the count is 0-1. Left fielder came over for it, but it's well in the seats. To the left of that foul pole, or the right of it, depending on where you're standing. So it's an 0-1 count here on Freddie Freeman. Shawver set, he deals, and that slider runs inside for a ball, so the count is 1-1. 1-1 count here on Freddie Freeman. That double brought his average back up to 300 earlier. Just need a good single here. And here's the 1-1. He fouls off that fastball, so the count's 1-2. 1-2 here on Freddie Freeman. 2 away. Dodgers threatening. Runners on first and third. Fiducia at third. Ohtani at first. Freeman at the plate. 3-1 LA right now, but looking for more. But runners in scoring position. Freddie's batting .308 this year. Here's the 1-2. And he fouls away that fastball to stay alive. The count remains 1-2. Come on, Freddie. Next pitch will be number 75. The pitch, and that one is low. Splitter for a ball. 2-2, and Ohtani steals second base. No throw, like nobody even noticed. But it's 2 outs anyway. So that takes away the forced play at second base. Ohtani with the steal. So now a single could bring us 2 runs, potentially. And here's the 2-2. Freddie fouls away that outside fastball to stay alive. 2-2. One single here can get us 2 runs, potentially. And I'd feel a lot better if we could do that. 3-1's a little too close for comfort. And here's the 2-2 to Freddie Freeman. Smith-Shawver deals. That one swung on, lifted in the air to right, but playable. The right fielder Acuna comes in and gets it. So that'll do it. Dodgers strand 2. They don't score. And after 3.5 innings of play, it's 3-1 LA. And when we return, Ozzie Albies, Mike Yastrzemski, and Riley do up for the Braves when we get back here live at CHMAN 712 Sports Network, an affiliate of Pure Adrenaline Sports here on YouTube. Also, for those of you who are just joining in, thank you so much for being here for some evening baseball, Dodgers baseball, and big news for the channel. Thanks to all of your support, we hit another milestone today. I now have super chats, so that's become available. But of course, as I said earlier to everybody, it doesn't change how I do things. Any super chat purchases are greatly appreciated, and I will definitely give a strong shout out. It's the most I can do, but it doesn't change how I deal with the chat. I'm still going to do my best to keep up with the chat, reply to people. You know, the game's going on. Some nights the chat is more active than other nights. The game can be going fast, but I always do my best to keep up with the chat. I will never become one of those guys that just ignores the chat until someone buys a super chat. That's not who I am. That's not who I'll ever be. So don't worry about that. But it is there now. We do have that. We've made a lot of progress on this channel. I remember when I did my first game on May 31st with just 25 subscribers. We've come such a long way since then. Can't thank you guys enough. You guys deserve a round of applause. You guys make this channel what it is. I'll keep doing my best to bring you quality Dodgers play-by-play. On top of the other content I have, the gaming content, crossover content. And we're back at the ballpark. Thank you, Steven. I do appreciate that. So we're back, and Ozzie Albies lead things off here for the Braves. So Roki had a very quick inning last time out, so hopefully he could do it again. Here's the first pitch to Albies. There's a strike. Slider in there, 0-1. All right, come on, Roki. Just stay focused, stay on him. And here's the 0-1 to Albies. And that splitter just misses the outside corner. So it's a ball and a strike here on Ozzie Albies. And Sasaki's set. He deals. And that fastball's popped foul. Muncy runs in, gives it a look. But that's behind the netting and out of play. So the count is 1-2 here on Ozzie Albies. Sasaki is set. Here's the 1-2 on its way. And that fastball runs way upstairs, so it counts even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Ozzy Albies. Got to go right after him. Come on now. Here's the 2-2 from Sasaki. He deals. That splitter is high and away for a ball, so the count is 3-2. A full count here on Albies. Sasaki approaching 60 pitches. He's at 58 to be exact. And here's the pitch. And that fastball is fouled away, so he stays alive. We'll do it again. The count remains 3-2. 3-2 payoff will be on its way. Pitch number 60 on its way as well. Here's the 3-2. Upstairs, ball 4, fastball way upstairs. So the Braves get the leadoff man on here with a walk, and that brings up Mike Yastrzemski with a runner on, nobody out. So we'll see what happens here. Don't know how aggressive the Braves are going to be, so got to be on the lookout for that as well. So tying run comes to the plate in the form of Mike Yastrzemski. The pitch. High and away for a ball. Runner takes off, and the throw is high. He can't get him. So Albie steals second base, and now the Braves have a runner in scoring position here with nobody out. So another steal by the Braves. And a big lead, too. Nobody really checked on him. With that big of a lead, he had that thing in the bag. So Sasaki didn't check on him, didn't keep him close. And here's a 1-0 to Yastrzemski. He swings and pops that one into center field. That was going to drop, and it drops for a base hit in front of Thomas. But they weren't sure if that was going to hang up or drop, so Albies has to stop at third. But now it's first and third with nobody out, and now the go-ahead run comes to the plate. And the tying run is now on base. I was hoping that would hang up just long enough for somebody to get it, but it dropped. So Braves threatening here. 2 on, nobody out. And here's Riley, who's 1 for 1 in this game so far. He's got a base hit already. And here's the first pitch to Riley. There's a strike, fastball, top of the zone, 0-1. Come on, Roki. Riley singled back in the second inning. Braves looking to do some damage here. Pitch. That one's popped into right center. Thomas is there. He makes the play. But it's plenty deep enough. Throws it back in. Runner has to stay put at first, but Albies tags and scores from third. It's a 1-run game. A sac fly here for Riley. So the Braves get closer, and that brings up Murphy, number 9 hitter, with 1 away. And now the tying run still at first base, and the go-ahead run at the plate. So Braves fighting back here. Here's the first pitch to Murphy. Sasaki deals. Swing and a miss at a slider outside, 0-1. Come on, Sasaki. Yeah, that's what it's like facing the Braves, Steven. They're a good team, but an aggravating team to face. And that one swung on. That's going to get down in the gap between center and right. Thomas plays it, throws it in. But it's a double here for Murphy, the number 9 hitter. So now the Braves have second and third with just 1 away. And that brings up the top of the lineup. So Drake Baldwin will come up with runners on second and third. And things are starting to unravel here. Now with the way we're hitting with runners in scoring position right now, This can get bad. We're back to our struggles again at the plate. So pitching coach Mark Pryor comes to the mound. They're going to have a quick meeting. So second and third here now, and now a single can not only tie the game up, but put them ahead. And that feels like a big mountain to climb. Even a one-run deficit feels like a big mountain with the way the offense did last night. So Sasaki's at 66 pitches here. 24 balls, 42 strikes, good ratio, but just hitting a wall here in the fourth inning, and now Baldwin, the top of the lineup, coming up. Yep, tell me about it, Steven. This team always plays us well, the Braves. But in good news, I did block that annoying Braves fan, I know, so I don't have to get any text messages from him. So that's good. So I don't have to hear from him all for the next couple of nights. Yep, Sasaki's got that nervous look again, so I am not too thrilled at the moment. Top of the Braves lineup coming up now. Second and third, just one away. Tying run is 90 feet away, so a good ground ball somewhere, a good fly ball somewhere, and we have a tied game. Yeah, thank you, Steven. So, it's not looking good. Why did it cut to a break? I don't know why. It was only a meeting on the mound, and the meeting looked like it was about over. That's odd. And there's a pitching change. I don't know if Roki is hurt or what's going on. I guess we'll find out later. But a new pitcher coming in for LA, and this does not sound good at all. It'll be Eduardo Henriquez. Edgardo Henriquez. Let me check his stats for us. So the right-handed reliever, 52 games, 4-1 record at 2.91 ERA, 52 2/3 innings pitched, 58 strikeouts, and a whip of 1.01. Yep, okay, that confirms an injury. Well, I have a feeling this is going to be a very long stream for me. Probably not going to be a good stream. We had to go into bullpen this early, so... But I will be here till the very last pitch, no matter what. But I can already tell this is not going to be a very good stream for me. Especially the Braves. I have such a history with some Braves fans. In particular, I don't like losing to them in particular. Because some of the ones I've known are some of the most obnoxious baseball fans you'll ever meet. But then they point the finger and they say, well, oh, you should hate Phillies fans. Phillies fans are this. Oh, Yankee fans are this. I was like, no, you guys pot meat kettle? Have you guys looked at the things that you type or listened to the words that come out of your mouth? I guess that's how everyone can be. Yeah, Jake, this is not going to be a very good stream, my friend. Roki had to leave with an injury. We have to dig into our bullpen early. So, what can I say? For some reason, we just cannot beat this team for some reason. The Braves just always seem to have our number. It's just what it is. But maybe by some miracle we get out of this inning. And with the way our offense has been performing in this series, even going down by one run just feels like a lot. So we're really we're back to stranding base runners like we were a couple weeks ago. We had a real nice hot stretch, and now we're just back to stranding base runners again. Especially the Braves were on a bit of a slide when we came into town. They had lost 7 of their last 10, and of course they're going to get hot against us. That's just the way it is. Story of the season. Yeah, dude, Jake, I agree with you. Yeah, I've seen it from them too. Not as much as you do, but I do see it from them too. First pitch to Baldwin is fouled away. The count is 0-1. But I'm going to try to keep up my energy and try to keep the excitement to the best of my ability. Really, Henriquez is the kind of guy I like to bring in like a 7th inning or something. Not this early. Here's the 0-1. That fastball is low. The count is 1-1. So now it's up to the bullpen to piece this thing together for us. Slimmest of leads, a 1-run lead. Offense is not performing. This is not looking good. Here's the 1-1. And he fouls the cutter at the plate, so the count is 1-2. 1-2 on Baldwin. Hey, baby gal Dow, what's up? Here's the 1-2. And that fastball's fouled away. The count remains 1-2. Yeah, Steven is right, though. Like, Steven's cool. What's his name? Joel's pretty cool. There's a bunch of cool ones over there at Fitzy's chat. There are. I've met good and bad. Here's the 1-2. And that fastball's outside, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Baldwin. And here's the 2-2. That fastball misses. The count is 3-2. Okay, gotcha. Jays, yep. I'll be doing score updates later. Please no outside alerts, I ask of you. And here's the 3-2. And he fouls away the cutter to stay alive. Count still 3-2. Oh yeah, Jake, absolutely. Every fan base has got him. Just I think some have more than, than others. I'll leave it at that. And that pitch is swung on off the end of the bat into left field. Teo's running over. And he can't make the play in the corner. He drops it. And just like that, the Braves have a 4-3 lead. Here we go again. So it's a double here. And just like that, it is 4-3 Atlanta. And we're in our bullpen early. It does not look good. Well, here we go. 2-run double, Braves are ahead. And 1 run feels like 4. Because, we don't like to score runners from third. We don't like to move runners over. We love to pop the ball up when a runner's at third. And here is Acuna Jr. Swing and a miss, strike 1, 0-1. Teo he should have made that play. But he dropped it in the corner. At least, the game would have been tied, but at least you would have got 2 outs. Here's the 0-1. And that fastball is low. Count is 1-1. Here's a 1-1. And that fastball misses low and inside. So Acuna Jr. 0 for 2 so far with a ground out and a fielder's choice. Count is 2-1 on him. Yeah, but yeah, Dallas, you're one of my moderators, so you got to uphold that rule as well. And here's a 2-1. And there's a strike slider in the outside corner, and Acuna's going to challenge it. It looked like it was there. The catcher dropped it, but it looked like it was in there. But the Braves are going to use an ABS. Okay, I don't like how they present the ABS challenge. Come on, bring it up. They don't even show a graphic. It just says call confirmed. So Braves lose a challenge. They got one challenge left. The count is 2-2. All right, you're good, Dallas. And cut on a miss. Strike 3 on the fastball. Sit down. 2 away. Go ahead, dump your K's in the chat. So 2 down here. And here comes Matt Olson. First pitch, they're not going to walk him. Fastball's fouled away, 0-1. Could be a mistake. Because if he was to hit another one here, I say this game is over. If he hits a 2-run home run here, this game is over, in my opinion. And here's the pitch. Enriquez deals. That one's ripped to right. Oh, sliding play by Tucker. So Tucker saves us on his defense there. And the Braves are finally retired, but they've got a 4-3 lead after 4 innings. And when we return, Betts, Muncy, and Edman due up when we get back. Yeah, Jake, because our top of our lineup is not doing much. And yesterday we stranded, I can't remember how many runners we left on base, but it was definitely no less than 9. It might have been 10 or 11, but I know it was no less than 9. I can't remember offhand right now, but we left a lot of base runners on base in last night's game, which is how we were playing 2-3 weeks ago. So it gets a little frustrating sometimes when we don't move runners over. We pop the ball up with a runner on third and less than 2 outs. Yeah. Or we tap it right back to the pitcher. I know what they always say. They always say, well, regular season don't matter. You go into October. Like last year, the Brewers took the season series from us, too. We didn't even beat them. I think they swept us in season series last year. We beat them in October. But still, it's just frustrating to see. If we don't win these 2 games, we lose a season series to them. Because they already took 2 out of 3 in L.A. Early in the year. And we're just, we have to take 2 out of 3 in this game just to tie the season series with them. So, well, like I said, they play us very well. I try my best to keep it as professionally as I can when I'm on live. But the Braves are definitely one of the top teams I do not like to lose to. And here's Mookie Betts, 0 for 1 so far in this game. Smith-Shawver back out there. He's at 77 pitches. But he had a long time to get a break. First pitch to Mookie, fastball high and inside, almost got him. So the count is 1-0 here. 1 ball, no strike. Walk in the first inning for Mookie Betts. And the pitch. There's a strike, fastball, bottom of the strike zone, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Mookie Betts. Here's a 1-1 to Mookie. Swings and lifts that one to center field, because why not? Michael Harris with the easy catch, 1 away. 1 up, 1 down here for LA. And I'll bring up Max Muncy. Muncy so far 0 for 2 in this game. I guess I can go ahead and close the poll since Sasaki's out of the game. Question was, how many strikeouts will we see tonight? 3 to 6, 50%. You guys were right. 0 to 3, 25% of you. 7 plus, 25% of you. And nobody voted for Dalton Rushing tonight for the first time. And here's Max. First pitch to Muncy. Fastball misses just inside of the knees. 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes here on Muncy. Here's a 1-0. Caught on a miss at the splitter, so the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Muncy. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss at a splitter. The count is quickly 1-2 here on Max Muncy. Yeah, definitely, Jake. Definitely. And here's the 1-2. And that one off the end of the bat. Grounded up the middle, but easy play for the second baseman. Throws the first, 2 away. And you know, the good thing is I don't really have personal contact with any Braves fans other than Andy Foster, who's actually really cool. So that's a plus. I don't have to look at my phone and see nonsense. So that's good. Here's Tommy Edman, 2 for 2 in this game. Double and a 2-run home run earlier. 2 runs scored. First pitch to him, splitter. They rule it a ball at the bottom of the strike zone. But the Braves will use an ABS challenge. And, yep, that one just shaved the bottom of the strike zone, so the call is overturned. The Braves retain their challenge. They still have 1 challenge remaining, so there's a strike. 0-1. And Edman fouls that one back, so the count's quickly 0-2 here. 0-2 here on Edman. Here's the 0-2. And that splitter is in the dirt, so the count is 1-2. And here's the 1-2 from Smith-Shawver. And that splitter low and inside for a ball. The count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Edman. Pitch. That fastball's upstairs for a ball. So the count's full here at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes on him here. And here's the 3-2. And they call it strike 3, splitter at the top of the zone. But they're going to use an ABS challenge. I don't know if I would have challenged that. That was very close. And of course, oh, now they want to show the actual graphic. Yep, they shaved the top of the zone, so we lose the challenge. Edman down on strikes. We go 1, 2, 3. And we have 1 challenge remaining. So after 4.5 innings of play, it's 4-3 Atlanta. And I hope this thing didn't freeze up, this tracker here. And Dubon, Harris, and Albies due up when we return. And it looks like it did freeze again, so I'm going to have to restart it. Nope, okay. It's good now. And new pitcher coming in for us when we return. Eric Lauer is coming into the game. But we're already down a run. I mean, I like the move, but we're already down a run. So Eric Lauer, 20 games, 8-6 record, a 4.76 ERA, 103 and a third innings pitched, 69 strikeouts, and a WHIP of 1.25. He's been used as a starter for the most part since we got him, but he's here to do some bulk relief, so that should save our bullpen a bit. And hopefully he can just keep things where it's at and keep us in the game, and hope and pray our offense can wake up. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, bottom of the fifth inning coming up. And we are back at the ballpark. See what Lauer can do here out of the pen. Been pretty good as a starter for us. We'll see how he does in this bulk relief role. There's Dubon, 1 for 2 so far in this game for the Braves. And here's the first pitch from Lauer. There's a strike, fastball in the zone. And no, that was a second pitch. Apparently this telecast came back late, so he missed the pitch. It's showing 1 ball, 1 strike here on him. Here's a 1-1, and that changeup is low. The count is 2-1. Here's the 2-1. And that cutter just misses low. The count is 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike here on Dubon. Here's a 3-1. That one's line off the glove of Muncy, and they can't make a play. So he scorched that one and it's ruled a single. So it's an infield hit here. So the Braves, why not? Of course, they got another hit and another runner on. Something that we can't do. I hit the bag. That's what happened. So hit the third base bag. Went up in the air. No chance to make a play. So, okay. Here's Michael Harris the second. First pitch, he bunts up the third base side. Muncy runs in, gets it, throws to first. Got him. Just got him. So, 1 away. They might challenge it. It was very close. They're considering challenging it. No, they're going to keep it going. But the sacrifice is successful. So, runner in scoring position here with 1 away. And they're executing and doing everything that we don't. Yeah, that was very close. Good play by Muncy there. Here's a pitch to Albies. And the cutter is upstairs, 1-0. All for 1 with a walk in the fourth, a run, and a stolen base. And a fastball. There's a strike. Top of the zone. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on him. And here's a 1-1 to Albies. Lauer deals. That one is lined to left, but right to Teoscar. Teoscar Hernandez with the play. 2 away, but runner still in scoring position. It looks like a pinch hitter is coming in for Atlanta. Thomas comes into the game to pinch hit. They did that last night with him as well. And now Mark Pryor, the pitching coach, coming to the mound. He's going to have a few words here with Lauer. And if Jake is still in the chat, I will say to Jake, that's another reason why I really wouldn't mind your Yankees winning the American League. If the Braves went to the World Series, I'd count on you guys. Because you know the Braves don't have a very good record against the Yankees in the World Series. Here's the first pitch to Thomas, and he swings and pops the cutter foul out of play. The count is 0-1. So Thomas, 273, Lane Thomas, a 273 average against lefties this year, only 200 against the righties. And Lauer set, he deals. And there's a fastball for a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-2. So it's 0-2 here on him. Come on, Lauer. And here's the 0-2. Cutter misses inside. So the count is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on him. And here's the 1-2. That one is grounded to short. Mookie has got it. Throws to first. That'll do it. So Lauer pitches his way out of that little jam. The Braves strand 1 after 5 innings of play. It's 4-8-0 Braves, 3-5-0 LA. And when we return, Tucker, Thomas, and Teoscar Hernandez due up when we get back. Hey, what's up, birds? Give me 1 moment, guys. I'll be right back.
Alejandro Kirk coming up. World Series could end on 1 swing in either direction. Home run wins it for the Blue Jays. Ground ball wins it for the Dodgers. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Kirk bounces one up the middle. Bats to the bag. Over to first to beat the champ. You gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall and win back-to-back titles. Clayton Kershaw's Major League career ends as he watches his team win a Game 7 epic. It didn't look like they had any shot in this one until the very end, when an unsung hero, a most unlikely hero, Miguel Rojas,
Wait for the game to get back now, but I'm back. Let's see the offense can do something here. I mean, it's been mostly the bottom of the lineup that's been doing the damage for us in this series, mostly. So we'll see if they can do it again. Why don't we have even I don't know, birds beats me. I think what happens is you do get a lot of people to hit subscribe, then they just kind of go off and do whatever. Maybe they don't get the notifications or they just scroll on by. Who knows? YouTube works in funny ways. But I get where you're coming from. Sometimes I wonder the same thing myself. Some nights bigger than others. There's some nights I've had over 100 people in here. Some nights I've only had maybe 12 or 15. So it does fluctuate. Dylan Dodd in the game for the Braves. 39 games, 2.20 ERA. First pitch from Dodd, and Tucker fouls away that sinker. The count is 0-1. So Smith-Shawver is out of the game. He went 5 innings, gave up the 3 runs. I'll get a final line on him a little later. Tucker with a pop out and a ground out so far in this game. Lefty versus lefty. The 0-1 swung on, lifted in the air to right, but going back is Acuna Jr. He's got it, 1 down. So 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning. And that'll bring up Alec Thomas, the center fielder. Another lefty. First pitch to Thomas. First pitch swing in and lifts it right to left field, right to the left fielder. 2 down. So 2 quick outs here for Dodd on 3 pitches. And that brings up Teoscar Hernandez. Of course, the Braves now, they have a 4-game lead over the Phillies in the National League East. Here's Teo, 0 for 1 so far. Strikeout and a walk in this game. So, Button is already 2 away. All right, come on, Teo. First pitch to Hernandez. Sinkers upstairs for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strike here. The 1-0. And Teo golfs that one into center field, got down to the low cutter, and able to dunk it in there for a base hit. So we got a 2-out single here. So we got a runner on here with 2 down. And that'll bring up Hunter Fiducia, the catcher. And Ohtani is on deck, should he get on. If not, then we start off at the top of our lineup next inning. Here's the first pitch. And he fouls that one away. So the count is 0-1. Here's a 0-1. Swing and a miss at the sinker on the top part of the strike zone. So the count is 0-2. Fiducia quickly behind in the count here. 0-2. Runner on first. 2 outs. 4-3 Atlanta here in the top of the 6th inning. And here's the 0-2. That one, cutter, is low and away for a ball. So the count is 1-2 here. 1-2 on Fiducia. Here's the 1-2. That one swung on, popped in the air to center field. Easy play for Michael Harris, and that'll do it. So we strand one. After 5.5 innings of play, it's 4-3 Atlanta here. And when we return, Riley, Murphy, and Baldwin due up when we get back. Well, let me get that final line for both starting pitchers since they're out of the game. So, Roki, before he had to leave the game with an injury, he went 3 1/3, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 home run allowed. And then Henriquez came into the game, pitched 2/3 of the inning to get out of the inning, gave up 1 hit, struck out 1. And Lauer has 1 inning so far, 1 hit allowed. And Smith Shawver for the Braves, he went 5 innings, giving up 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 home run allowed. Dodd, he went 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, and that's it. That's where we're at right now in this game. And I'll be right back in a moment, guys.
Alejandro Kirk coming up. World Series could end on 1 swing in either direction. Home run wins it for the Blue Jays. Ground ball wins it for the Dodgers. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Kirk bounces one up the middle. Bats to the bag. Over to first to beat the champ. You gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall and win back-to-back titles. Clayton Kershaw's Major League career ends as he watches his team win a Game 7 epic. It didn't look like they had any shot in this one until the very end. What an unsung hero.
And we are back at the ballpark. Austin Riley comes up to lead things off for the Braves. Lauer back out there. First pitch. And that fastball just misses outside. The count is 1-0. And here's the 1-0. Caught on and missed at the inside cutter, so the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Riley. Riley's 1 for 1. And here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Change up just outside 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a 1-2. Cutter just got a piece of it and fouls it at the plate to stay alive. The count remains 1-2. And here's the 1-2 to Riley. Lauer set, he deals, and that one's outside. Changeup misses. The count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Riley. Here's the 2-2. That one swung on, popped in the air to center field. Coming in is Thomas. He'll make the play and 1 away here. Fly out to the center fielder. That'll bring up Murphy, the number 9 hitter. Oh, hey, Thomas. Fitzy is here. Ooga booga indeed. Murphy's 1 for 2 with that double in the fourth and a run scored. He swings at the first pitch, lifts it deep, left center, and it's gone. And it's 5-3 Atlanta here. Solo home run. And I say this game is out of reach. Yep, that pretty much sealed this game for us. But we're still going to hang out. I'm going to call the game all the way to the end, up to the last pitch, as always. Then we'll call it a night. So unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to win this series. And we're going to lose the season series to them for the 50th year in a row. We just can't beat this team. Cutter is low for a ball, 1-0. We simply cannot beat Atlanta. Simple way to put it. Here's the 1-0. And that breaking ball, low and outside, 2-0. Oh, gotcha, Fitzy. Yeah, Dallas, our offense is not exactly that great. Unfortunately. We love to pop the ball up and the runners at third or less than 2 outs. Fastball along the bottom of the strike zone for a strike. 2-1. And we don't like to move runners over either. Here's Baldwin, 2 for 3 in this game. 2-1 count on him. And that cutter's way outside, so the count is 3-1. Great hitters count here for Baldwin. Hopefully this game doesn't end up being a blowout. Here's a 3-1. And that one's chopped foul, so a full count here, 3-2. Yeah, just shoot the puck. And the 3-2. Upstairs, inside, ball 4. So the Braves get another base runner. With a 1-out walk, they got their 50th base runner of the game. Because why not? It's just the way it goes every time we play this team. You know it's bad when Murphy's hitting a home run against you. Here's Acuna. That pitch is inside for a ball, 1-0. 1-0 count on Ronald Acuna Jr. He's 0 for 3 so far in this game. Oh, I appreciate that, Dallas. So 0 for 3 for Acuna, but you know he's probably going to change that. That pitch is popped foul out of play, so the count is 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And that changeup, they ruled it a ball. Looked like it was on the low outside corner, but we're not going to ABS challenge that. But we're going to ABS challenge the more blatant and obvious things, you know? So the count is 2-1. We're horrible with ABS challenges anyway. Here's a 2-1 to Acuna and a pickoff throw to first for no reason. Runner is just walked back to the bag. So first disengagement here. Gotta focus on Acuna Jr. here. Here's the 2-1 to Acuna Jr. He swings and pops that one up. Foul out of play. So the count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on him here. Yeah, sure, Dallas. I'd appreciate that. Why not? So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Acuna Jr. And Lauer's set. Here's the 2-2. Upstairs with the fastball. The count is 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes here on him. So I wonder what's going to happen. Runner on first, 1 down. Fitzy, don't remind me. Here's a 3-2. That one's pop foul. The count remains 3-2. Just don't remind me. Because I know it probably bothers you to hear this, but I root for the Yankees in the World Series over them. 3-2, cut on and miss at the high inside cutter for strike 3. Go ahead, dump your case in the chat if you want. 2 down. Cunha now 0 for 4. Here's Matt Olson, 1 for 3 with a solo home run in this game so far. First pitch to him is upstairs for a ball. Cutter misses, 1-0. So here's the 1-0. Caught on and missed at a fastball right down Broadway. Count is 1-1. Yeah, Tom, unfortunately I have more bad experiences than good ones. Sorry. Probably living in Braves country. Here's a 1-1. That one's way upstairs with the slider. The count is 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike on him here. But in good news, we did get our first super chat of the night from Andy Foster. That was very nice of him. 2-1, way outside the cutter, 3-1. So the channel got its first super chat. That was awesome. Like right at the beginning of the game, too, from the get-go. I don't even think the first pitch was thrown. That was awesome. So we just got authorized for super chats today. Here's a 3-1. And, of course, breaking ball outside, ball 4, so 2 on for the Braves. A walk here with 2 outs. So here we go again. Oh, hey, Jake. What's up, buddy? Yeah, Jake, you missed it earlier. I think you stepped away, but I said it on stream. Another reason why I want your Yankees to win the American League is in case if the Braves go to the World Series, because you guys have their number in World Series play. I'd rather see you guys win it all. First pitch. Strike down Broadway. Cutter 0-1. Like, if we can't win, I'm all for the Yankees winning a World Series. You guys go and get it. You guys are due anyway. Here's the 0-1. Fouls the cutter back, so the count is 0-2. Oh yeah, gifts, yep. Trying to get those set up too. Apparently I gotta wait a day or two. I already did the process. Here's the 0-2. And that fastball misses outside, so the count is 1-2. 1-2 here on Dubon, who's 2 for 3 in this game. Here's the 1-2. And that changeup is outside, so the count is 2-2. Had it been us, we'd already popped the ball up and ended the inning or something. Here's the 2-2. And he fouls away the cutter to stay alive. The count remains 2-2. It's a 2-2. Fouls away the fastball to stay alive, so the count remains 2-2. So here's the 2-2 again. And that one is low. The changeup misses. It's 3-2. Ray's working a good at bat here, not popping it up. And Lauer is already up to 44 pitches here. So they're making him work too. Well, Sasaki got hurt, to be fair. He had to leave the game early with an injury. So yeah, we were kind of screwed. And here's a 3-2 from Lauer. And he fouls that one away too. So for the 50th time, we have the 3-2 pitch coming up. So, still first and second, 2 away, 3-2 pitch on the way. Lauer deals, fouls another one away. Pitch number 25 of the at-bat coming up. Pitch number 10, actually, but you get it. Here's the 3-2 for the 33rd time. Fouled away. We'll do it for the 40th time. Still 3-2. Yeah. Thanks to the Yankees, we don't have to hear them brag or make ooga booga noises about being the team of the 90s. So, thank you for that. 3-2. Fouls it away. All thanks to the New York Yankees. The Braves cannot claim 3 championships in the 90s. And here's the 20th pitch of the at-bat. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Lauer's next pitch will be number 50. Mauricio Dubon. This is worse than anything on MLB The Show. I don't think it's ever gotten that high when I've played. Here's the 3-2. And he fouls that one away too. You know what's crazy, Jake? Yeah, I was alive for all of those World Series. Yeah, we could do that, Fitzy. Why not? And here's the 50th pitch of the at-bat on the way. Lauer deals for the 50th time. The pitch is lifted to right field. Tucker is there. Tucker makes the play, and finally it's over. And after 6 innings of play, it's 5-3 Braves. When we return, Ohtani, Freeman, and Betts due up. Yes, Steven, it's dragging right now. It is dragging. I just can't wait for it to be over. Yep, got to give some appreciation to the New York Yankees for the run they had back in the 90s. Stopping the Braves from being able to go ooga booga about being the team of the 90s. A fun fact, the Atlanta Braves, they had the best regular season for that decade of the 90s. I kid you not. They would have been the team of the 90s had they won those championships in 96 and 99, but the Yankees had other plans. But of course, if we don't make the World Series, go Yankees. But we still have our faith, and I'll be calling these games, and we will keep on fighting for that three-peat, of course. Absolutely. Things will have to get better. Will Smith did have a successful rehab game yesterday, so he's well on his way back. That should help our offense quite a bit. Yeah, maybe Fitzy. Here's Dylan Lee in the game, a lefty. 1.53 ERA for the Braves. 11. Oh, check that. That's his career games against us. 11 career games. Why don't you just show his full stats? Come on, guys. And here's Shohei Ohtani up to bat. And he rips that one over first base down the line. And he stumbled going around first. He's trying to go for second to throw. Can't get him. So Shohei Ohtani with a double here. And we have a sign of life and we have a pulse. Shohei Ohtani comes through with a double. Now it's the difficult task of moving him over and getting him in. Can we accomplish that, folks? Stay tuned to find out. That's the big question hanging in the air. So Freddie Freeman coming up. He swings at the first pitch. Line drive, base hit. Gets down into left field. But they'll have to hold Ohtani at third. It was hit too sharply for him to score. So we have first and third here with nobody out. All right. Get some noise. Let's go. A pulse. And that'll bring up Mookie Betts. Tying run is now at first base. And here's Mookie. Mookie 0 for 2 so far in this game. And first pitch to Mookie. Sliders upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Come on, Mookie. Here's the 1-0. And he fouls the changeup. The count is 1-1. 1-1 count here. Got to make a push here. You don't know if you're going to get this opportunity again. Here's a chance to score some runs. Got to take advantage of it. Take whatever the Braves will give you. Here's a 1-1 to Betts. And that slider misses upstairs. 2-1. Oh, she did an MLB The Show, Fitzy. She did. Come on, Mookie. Come on. The 2-1. That one's ripped. It's a base hit. It gets down into center field. And Shohei will score. And they almost had Mookie hung up. He made a turn at first, but he dives back in. Relay throw can't get him. Dodgers score, and we pull within 1. So an RBI single for Mookie Betts. Freddie goes down to third. And it's now just a 5-4 ball game. Wow. And we still have first and third here with nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. And they have activity in the Braves bullpen. A righty, Fuentes, it looks like, is warming up. Now we just need a good fly ball. And we could tie this game up. Max Muncy coming up. Come on, Max. Come on, Muncy. It's up to you. Here's the first pitch to Muncy. And that slider is low in the dirt. 1-0. 1-0 count here on Max Muncy. He's 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a flyout so far in this game. Yeah, over the wall would be better, yeah. Yeah, that would just be amazing. I mean, it's probably going to be one of the loudest calls I ever make. So, here's the 1-0. There's a strike. Fastball outside corner. So the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here too. Max Muncy. Dylan Lee, 63 appearances this season. Tied for the 5th most in all of Major League Baseball. So Braves going to him a lot. And Muncy steps out for a moment. If we could just find a way to win this game, tomorrow we have a chance to even the season series and win this series. Here's the 1-1. Way upstairs with the fastball. It's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike here on him. And here's the 2-1 to Muncy. Oh, inside. Fastball almost got him. So the count is 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike here on Max Muncy. Come on, Max. Good hitters count here. Time to lock in. Let's lock in, man. Come on, we need this. Here's a 3-1. Inside, ball 4. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. So we got bases loaded here. And it looks like Walt Weiss is coming out to the mound, so this might be it for this guy. Yep, Walt Weiss coming to make a pitching change. So when we return, Bases will be loaded and nobody out. And Tommy Edman, who had a 2-run home run earlier in this game, is coming up. Chom, see the downfall. Does he like them, though? I lost track of what all teams he likes because it changes so often. He loves one team one week, and the next week he'll meet a bad fan from that team. Then he's on a warpath against that team. Then one fan will say something very nice from that team, and then he'll love him again. You know. That's Turkey Reyes for you. He's at a Guns N' Roses show tonight, concert tonight. Surprised he knows who they are. Very surprised. But big moment coming up. Tommy Edman coming up to the plate. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. So, we'll see what happens. Big moment coming up. Just want to go crazy here. Just want to make some noise. So give us a reason to make some noise. Gotta score here. You gotta take advantage. You're probably not gonna get another opportunity like this. Yeah, me too, Fitzy. I was very surprised. Gotta take advantage of this opportunity here. Back at the ballpark, here's the moment of truth. Oh gosh, a tarps off thing is going on again. So bases are loaded, nobody out. Tommy Edman, who has a 2-run home run in this game so far, coming up. And Didier Fuentes in the game for the Braves, 47 games, 2.51 ERA, 74 strikeouts against 15 walks. Right-handed reliever. First pitch is a strike, slider in there at the knees, 0-1. Hey, genius, what's up? Thank you for joining in. Welcome. And here's the 0-1. That pitch, breaking ball, is low. The count is 1-1. Harps off. Seems like everybody's doing it, Fitzy. Here's a 1-1. And that fastball's outside. The count is 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike here on Edman. Edman 2 for 3 overall in this game. Just need a good fly ball somewhere and tie the game up. And that fastball runs upstairs. So the count is 3-1. Gotta lock in here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Oh yeah, you're fine, genius. Yeah, first time in the chat. Appreciate you being here. And that pitch is a strike. Fastball's in there. So a full count here on Tommy Edman. Kyle Tucker is on deck. Yep. Hey, just take your time. For the most part, my chat's pretty cool. And a fastball upstairs, ball 4. That'll walk in a run. We have a tied game, folks. Good at bat from Tommy Edman. And we have a tied game. Fuentes walks in the run. Bases remain loaded with nobody out for Kyle Tucker, who's well due. Yeah, I try to maintain a good community here in the chat, so you'll be fine. Oh, you're fine, genius. All fans are welcome. Pitch is a strike along the bottom of the strike zone, 0-1. As long as everyone, not just the visiting fans, but Dodgers fans too, as long as we're respectful, it's awesome. Yeah, you never know, Anthony. And there's a swing and a miss, 0-2. Can't say that yet. They could get out of it, so we don't know. But this is probably our last big opportunity here. So it's an 0-2 count, the pitch, and Tucker fouls that one away. It remains 0-2. Yep, we appreciate you, genius. Thank you for stopping in. You're welcome to stop by anytime you'd like. And here's the 0-2 to Tucker. The pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air to the left. Is shallow. There's the play. And they hold the runner up at third. And good call to hold him up. That was too shallow, so wasted out. We don't get a run from it. One away here, and now you got to hope you don't hit something in the ground. Got to hit it a little deeper than that. And that brings up Alec Thomas here. First pitch to Thomas. Swings and grounds it to second base. Flip to second for one, on to first, double play. So there goes the inning, but we do tie the game at least. So Harris, Albies, and Thomas due up when we return. Get up and stretch, y'all. See you guys in a minute.
Coming up. World Series could end on one swing in either direction. Home run wins it for the Blue Jays. Ground ball wins it for the Dodgers. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Kirk bounces one up the middle. Bats to the bag. Over to first to beat the champ. You gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall and win back-to-back titles.
We're back at the ballpark. All right. Gene, collect trading cards. What kind of trading cards do you collect? Cosmic, welcome back. All right. Thank you for sharing the story. Actually, I was reading that just now. Wow. So Evan Phillips on the mound, a righty, 20 games, a 4.6 ERA, and 17 strikeouts against 5 walks for him. Gotcha, Cosmic. Here's Michael Harris II. He's on a 9-game hitting streak, batting .351 over that stretch. He's 0 for 1 so far in this game. The pitch, there's a strike, fastball in the high outside corner, 0-1. So it's up to Evan Phillips here to get through this inning, keep the game tied, and hopefully give us a chance. Here's the 0-1. And that cutter is fouled away. The count is 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And he lifts that high fastball deep left field, going back. Teo up against the wall, makes the play, runs it down. 1 away. What a play by Hernandez. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And after this half inning, I'll do another score update around the league. I haven't done one in a little while. What a play by Teo. Running that thing down, up against the wall. That had extra bases written all over it. Here's Albies. First pitch, fastball's outside for a ball, 1-0. And here's a 1-0 to Albies. Phillips set, and he deals. That one is lined through the hole between first and second, a base hit into right. So the Braves collect a 1-out hit here. So runner on for Atlanta. But 1 out here. They've got to go ahead run at first base now. And that'll bring up Lane Thomas, who's 0 for 1 so far. Came in as a pinch hitter earlier in the game. Righty versus righty. First pitch to him. He looks at a sinker for a strike. 0-1. Right there in the zone. He was a ground out victim in the 5th inning. 230 average, 11 home runs, 40 RBIs overall. Here's the 0-1. And that's sweeper low and away for a ball. So the count is 1-1. Sight. Oh, wow. I would have to check. I'll have to look at a final pitching line for him, but I'll do that in a moment. There's the 1-1. That one's tapped to second. Edmund turns, fires to second for 1. Back to first, can't get him. But they do get the lead runner. So it's a fielder's choice for Thomas. And the runner is out at second. So 2 away now with the go-ahead run at first. Again. So Lauer, he went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, walked 2, struck out 1, gave up 1 home run. And a fastball, there's a strike on the low outside corner, 0-1 to Riley. Riley 1 for 2 in this game so far with a single, sac fly, and an RBI. And they throw over to first, but Thomas dives back in safely. So first disengagement here for Phillips. Just need to get 1 more out here, get us through the 7th inning. It's 1 more. And here's the 0-1. And he fouls that sinker away. The count is 0-2. So an 0-2 count here on Riley. So 1 more strike and we can get out of this inning. Here's the 0-2. And that sweeper is low, so the count is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on him. And here Phillips is set. He deals. Check swing. Didn't go. Runner steals second. So Thomas takes off and steals second. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Riley. So now the Braves have to go ahead run in scoring position here with 2 down. Braves continue to play small ball here. That's their 3rd steal of the ball game. 9th on the year for Thomas. And here's the 2-2 to Riley. The pitch. And that sweeper's inside, ball 3. So a full count here on him. Come on, Phillips. Get this guy. Here's the 3-2 on the way. The payoff pitch. Phillips deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 at the outside sweeper. He struck him out. Dump your K's in the chat. That ends the 7th inning. And it's still a tied game. And when we return, Teoscar Hernandez, Hunter Fiducia, and Shohei Ohtani due up when we return. So let me go ahead and let's get some score updates from around the league since we haven't done that in a while. So right now, The Brewers an 8-1 lead over the Mets in the ninth inning. The Yankees with a 7-3 lead over Houston in the eighth. And Baltimore and St. Louis tied 7-7 in the sixth. The White Sox with a 6-2 lead over Texas in the sixth. Minnesota already a 3-0 lead over Oakland in the third. And then a bunch of finals. The Devil Rays 3-0 winners over the Tigers. Arizona 2-0 winners over the Cubs. Cincinnati 10-9 winners over San Francisco. The Indians 4-3 winners over the Angels. And the Padres with a 3-0 win over the Pirates. The Phillies 6-0 winners over Seattle. Miami 4-0 winners over Boston. And the Rockies 13-1 winners over the Natties. And the Blue Jays 3-0 winners over Kansas City. And that's our score update for now. And right now, we just got to try to get a run or two here somehow. That's what we need to do. So, bottom of the order coming up. And so far, they've been getting hits. They've been doing pretty well in this series so far, the bottom of the order. Fuentes looks like he'll be back out there for the Braves when we return. He was able to pitch his way out of a bases loaded and no one out jam. So we had a big opportunity there. If we don't win this game, we're just going to keep remembering that inning. But we did tie the game up, which is a positive. And now we got to find a way to break through and get ahead is what we need to do. So here's the first pitch to Teo. There's a strike. Fastball in the low outside corner, 0-1. And the pitch, and that fastball just missed the low outside corner. So the count is 1-1 here to Teo. He has a walk and a single so far in this game. The pitch, and he fouls away that fastball. So the count is 1-2 here on Teoscar Hernandez. Gotta try to get this guy on. Here's the 1-2, and he chops that one to third slowly. Third baseman charges in, bare hands it, but can't make a play. He has to stick it in his pocket. So an infield single here for Teoscar Hernandez to lead things off. And now we have the potential go-ahead run down there at first. Good effort by the third baseman, but no way he was going to be able to get him. Barehanded it, but nope, best to hold on to it there. So that'll bring up Hunter Fiducia here. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a walk. Been doing pretty well in this series so far. He shows bunt. Pulls the bunt back. Sliders low and inside for a ball. 1-0. Of course, Shohei Ohtani is on deck. And here's the 1-0. And he bunts. Pitcher runs off the mound, looks at second, but goes to first. So, sacrifice successful. Fiducia does move the runner to scoring position. And that'll bring up Shohei Ohtani here with the go-ahead run in scoring position. And 1 out. So, a good single somewhere probably gives us the lead. Here's the first pitch to Shohei. And that one's low and inside. Splitter for a ball, 1-0. Shohei, 2 for 4 in this game. Single, a double, a run, and a stolen base as well. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss at the fastball right in the zone. 1-1. Challenged him there. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Shohei Ohtani here. And here's a 1-1. And he fouls off the fastball, so the count is 1-2 here. 1-2 here on Shohei Ohtani. Come on, Shohei. Here's a 1-2, and he fouls away to high cheese to stay alive, so the count remains 1-2. 1-2 here on Shohei Ohtani. Come on, let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's get this run in. Let's get a lead here. Come on. The 1-2. And that slider low and inside for a ball. The count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on him. Come on, Shohei. Fuentes is set. He deals. That one's grounded up the middle, but shortstop's got it. Throws to first. 2 down. Runner does advance the third, but go ahead, run 90 feet away, but there's 2 outs now. So now it's up to Freddie to come up with a 2-out hit. Here's Freddie, 2 for 4 with a double, a single, and 2 runs. They're going to walk him. So they're walking Freddie Freeman here to face Mookie Betts. They want the righty-on-righty matchup. So it's up to Mookie Betts now. 2 outs, runners on first and third, top of the 8th inning. Tied game 5-5. First pitch to Betts. And that one's outside 1-0. Mookie 1 for 3 so far with a walk and an RBI single. Here's a 1-0. Way upstairs at the fastball. The count is 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes here on Mookie Betts. Good hitters count. Max Muncy is on deck. And here's the 2-0. That one's outside. 3-0. Fastball misses here. So it's a great hitters count now. Mookie needs to just lock in here, look for something, look for his pitch. And here's a 3-0. That one misses inside. Fastball misses. So bases are loaded again, but with 2 outs. And now it's up to Max Muncy here. It's like they're having a meeting on the mound. So for back-to-back innings, we have the bases loaded. Question is now, can we finally break through and take advantage of it? This is the make-or-break moment, in my opinion, for this game. So here's Max Muncy coming up. 0 for 3 so far tonight. Meeting on the mound is over, so it's go time. Muncy at 283 career average with 8 grand slams with the bases loaded. This season 333 with 2 doubles and 10 RBIs with the bases loaded. So definitely a guy you want up there, but now it's time to execute. And the first pitch to Muncy, and that one's low and inside, splitter for a ball, 1-0. Come on, Max. It's all you now. Come on. Nowhere to put you. Here's a 1-0. And he fouls away the fastball, so the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Max Muncy. And there's action in the Braves bullpen. It looks like a lefty getting ready down there, but they don't show the name. Here's the 1-1. And that one's way inside the fastball. He had to dip out of the way, so the count is 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike here on Max Muncy. This inning, Fuentes, 19 pitches, 10 of them balls, only 9 strikes, 2-1. And that fastball misses the outside corner. So it's now 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike here. Tarek Skubal playing cheerleader in the dugout. Come on, Max. The 3-1, and he fouls that fastball away. The count is 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 5-5 ball game in the top of the 8th inning. These two teams playing another very exciting game. And man, big fan. Yep. It's up to Max now, Cosmic. It's up to Muncy. Here's the 3-2, and he taps that one foul at the plate. So he stays alive, fouled it into his foot, but he's all right. So the count remains full at 3-2. Come on, Max. Come on. It's 1 base hit. Base hit or a walk. Just any of those 2 things. Anything but an out. Here's a 3-2, and he fouls away that fastball to stay alive. We'll do it again. Count remains 3-2. 7 pitches in this at bat so far. Come on, Max. Pitch number 35 on the way from Fuentes. Here's the 3-2. And he rips that fastball foul. So we'll do it again. Come on, Max. Nothing but fastballs. Last 5 pitches. Challenging him here. Here's the 3-2 to Muncy. Hot on a miss, strike 3. Chase a splitter way outside, so we leave the bases loaded. We don't score. And after 7.5 innings of play, it's still a 5-5 game. Murphy, Baldwin, and Acuna Jr. due up when we return. And the struggles just continue. 5-10-0 for us, 5-10-0 for them. So, once again, we don't cash in. And that's what's going to come back to bite us, these back-to-back innings. Big opportunities to take the lead, and we don't do it. Yes, Steven? What can I say? We tied the game up in the last inning with the bases loaded. Still had nobody out. And then a sharp fly out, too shallow to score. Then a double play. And then this inning, well, strikeout. Chasing what would have been ball 4, way out of the zone. So, that's the kind of night it's been. It's the kind of series it's been. And if anyone remembers correctly, we lost the game in the bottom of the 8th inning in last night's game when the Braves were able to pull ahead with a run. And when we come in, when we get back, a new pitcher's coming in for LA. It'll be Brock Stewart, a righty. So let me pull up his stats for us. So, Brock Stewart, 17 games this year, an 0-1 record, a 2.08 ERA, 17 and a third innings pitched, 18 strikeouts, and a whip of 0.63. So another game coming all the way down to the wire here into the 8th inning. Back-to-back nights, tied game going into the 8th. And this was the inning that sunk us last night. So we got to get through this one. And I definitely don't want this thing to have to go to extra innings because they're the home team. You got the ghost runner in play. You know. And this team cashes in. The Braves definitely, they cash in. So if this thing goes into extra innings, I do not feel comfortable about that. And the Braves have beaten contenders this year. 5-1 against the Phillies, 2-1 against the Cubs, 3-1 against us, 3-3 against the Brewers. Only the Padres have had their number this year for some reason. And here's the first pitch to Murphy, the number 9 hitter. And that one is tapped to third, and no play can be made. It hits off the bag. It rolled up the line slowly. Muncy was waiting to see if it would be a foul ball. It hit the bag, and it's an infield hit. Nothing you could do about that. So the Braves, again, have a runner on here to start things off. And we got to fight from behind again. So close. So Braves with another hit. Number 9 hitter, Murphy, just coming up big. And a pinch runner will be coming into the game for Atlanta. Now, will this show who the pinch runner is? Yep. Brewer Hicklin, a pinch runner, comes into the game for the Braves. So the Braves might be looking to steal here. Now you got to face the top of the lineup with the winning run at first base. First pitch, high and inside with the fastball. Count is 1-0. Braves got the winning run down there at first. Here's a throw over first. He dives back in safely. So first disengagement here for Stewart in this exchange. And here's a 1-0 from Stewart. And that fastball just missed. And why are we challenging this? It just missed the strike zone. It was a little high. We're challenging it. So we're throwing away our last ABS challenge. Of course, calls confirmed. We have no ABS challenges left. Come on, Fiducia. It was 0.8 inches above, almost an inch above the strike zone. Calls confirmed. 2-0. Another wasted challenge. Here's a 2-0. That one swung on, hit well into right, and that's over the head of Tucker against the wall. And they throw it back in down to second, but the runner is safe. So second and third, nobody out. And guess what, guys? They cash in. I bet you the Braves take the lead here, because they will not blow this opportunity. So you get ready to be behind again. Simply cannot beat this team. Here's Acuna Jr. 0 for 4, but he's probably going to change that. Fastball upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. And there's a strike. Low outside corner with the sweeper, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Acuna Jr. It will take a miracle to get out this inning without giving up a run, because the Braves know how to cash in. Ooh. Here's the 1-1. And that one misses upstairs. Acuna checks his swing. 2-1. Yep, Steven, this is to be expected. We can't beat this team. We just can't beat them. Here's the 2-1 to Acuna Jr. Swing and a miss at a sweeper, low. So the count is 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Fouls back to fastball, stays alive. So the count remains 2-2. We'll do it again. Here's the 2-2 to Acuna Jr. Oh, sweeper on the outside corner. They call it strike 3, but Acuna's going to challenge it. It looked a little outside, so I think they're going to win this challenge because they know how to use ABS challenges. Yep, Acuna's right. It's outside for a ball. Call overturns. A full count, 3-2. It's about an inch out of the strike zone. So the at-bat continues. The Braves still have one challenge left. Now, no Fitzy. Did they cash in? The Braves know how to cash in. 3-2. And he fouls that sweeper back. 3-2, still to count. There's a reason why they've won 50 straight division titles. They just know how to cash in. So 3-2's the count on Acuna Jr. And he hits that one to first. They played the infield in. Freddie's got it. Runner cannot score. He takes the bag himself. 1 away. And that'll bring up Matt Olson. So Matt Olson coming up. And they're going to walk Matt Olson, so he gets the free pass. Bases are loaded, 1 out. And that brings up Dubon. So Mauricio Dubon coming up now. 2 for 4 so far in this game. Desperately need a double play here. Anything else, I guarantee you will score a run. Because the Braves, they know how to execute. Pitch. Inside corner, fastball for a strike, 0-1. But runners in scoring position. Dubon's a .330 hitter this year, 53 RBIs. No bypass to batter's box. Yep, 0-1. Grounded to short, off the glove of Mookie to second for 1 on first. Double play. What in the hell did we just see? Mookie with a diving effort. It looks like it hit his glove and went right to the second baseman covering. Yeah, it hit his glove and went right to the second baseman covering. Edman, throw to first. How in the hell? Wow. Seeing a lot of interesting things here tonight. And we survived. So Edman, Tucker, and Thomas do up when we return. Going into the top of the 9th inning. Yeah, Fitzy, did you see that play? It was hit up the middle. Mookie made a diving effort. It hit his glove and went right to Edman at second base. And then he made the throw to, and he was on the bag, makes a throw to first, and that's how it ends. Wow, but we got to score here. Yeah, Anthony, tell me about it. I've only ever seen that in maybe an anime. I've never seen that in real life. But we got to score here. Top of the 9th inning. If this thing goes into extra innings, I don't feel good about it. And that's assuming the Braves don't get a run in the bottom of the 9th and just walk it off. So we got to score here somehow. And it looks like a pitching change for the Braves when we get back. So let me get the stats on this guy coming in. Medeiros, a righty, comes into the game. He's got, in 18 games, he's got a record of 2-1, a 3.42 ERA, 23 2/3 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts, and a whip of 1.18. And here we go. It's time to put up or shut up. don't know why my tablet doesn't want to cooperate now. Yeah, probably. He pitched last night. He gave up the winning run, unfortunately. I still take him as a closer, though. Everybody gets those hiccups. Here's Tommy Edman, 2 for 3 with a double, a 2-run home run, 2 runs scored, and 3 RBIs. First pitch to Edman, way upstairs with the fastball. The count is 1-0. Either way, we don't score. I don't feel good about this if we don't score. Here's a 1-0. And Edman fouls that fastball back out of play, so the count is 1-1. Here's a 1-1. And he pops that cutter foul. And it's now 1-2 to the backstop. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Tommy Edman. There's a 1-2. And he chops that changeup foul to stay alive. The count remains 1-2. Here's the 1-2. That one sinker misses outside and high, so the count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Edman. The 2-2 upstairs with the fastball, so the count is full here at 3-2. Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that in the scores. Here's a 3-2, and that one's popped up. Foul territory. Catcher gives it a look, but it's in the seats. So we'll do it again. Count remains 3-2. Come on, Edman, just find a way on base. Here's the 3-2. And he fouls another one off. So count remains 3-2. Little full count here. The 3-2 payoff. He looks at strike 3. Cutter straight down Broadway. So 1 away. And that'll bring up Kyle Tucker with nobody on. And our chances of winning this game significantly keep on decreasing. I don't know how he just looked at that. Didn't even swing. Here's Tucker. First pitch. Upstairs with the fastball. 1-0. Tucker 0 for 4 tonight. Here's the 1-0. That one, changeup low and inside, gets past the catcher to the backstop, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes here on Tucker. Here's a 2-0. Swing and a miss over the cutter. 2-1. So it's a 2-1 count here. Two 1 count on Kyle Tucker. 2-1. And he chops that cutter foul. The count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on him here. So on house. Hey, Kitty Kerosene. Pretty good. How are you? Game could be better, but other than that, I can't complain. Kitty Kerosene in the house. Here's the 2-2. That one bounces in the dirt, the sinker, so it's a 3-2 count here. Full count here on Tucker. Here's the 3-2. That one's swung on, lifted in the air, pop up into left, and there's the play. So 2 away here in the top of the 9th inning. And our chances of getting walked off have significantly gone up because now here's Alek Thomas with nobody on. Good chance we don't score this inning. Infielder went out to get it. So here's Alek Thomas. First pitch to him. And that changeup is low, 1-0. Thomas 0 for 4 tonight. Here's a 1-0. And that fastball is fouled away, so the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch, and he chops that sinker foul, so the count is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Thomas here. Just needs to find a way to get on base somehow. Here's a 1-2. Outside changeup misses. The count is 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss at a sinker in the dirt. Strike 3. And of course, this pitcher is celebrating like you won the World Series. Dude, sit down, you schmuck. You didn't win the World Series. Calm down. Y'all win once every 30 years. So I wonder who's going to walk us off tonight. Harris, Albies, and Thomas coming up when we return. Any bets? How do we get walked off tonight? And Tanner Scott is coming into the game, the closer. And trying to get his stats for us. Tanner Scott, the lefty, he lost last night's game, unfortunately, but we're going to bring him back out. 57 games, 1-4 record, a 2.36 ERA, 53 in the third innings pitched, 64 strikeouts, and a whip of 0.92. Yeah, but Kitty, I live in Braves country. If you talk to these people here, they make it sound like they win every year and they're the authority of Major League Baseball. But 50 straight division titles don't matter when you win once every 30 years. Or when the Yankees keep on owning you in the World Series. A little bit of fun with the chat. Gotta have some fun. It's 5-10-0 LA, 5-12-0 for Atlanta. And these guys, Michael Harris is 4 for 7 in his career against Tanner Scott. Albies is 5 for 13. Thomas is 3 for 7. So don't know why he's coming in to face these three, but he's going to have to run the gauntlet here. And I have to hope and pray for a miracle. but I don't expect much. Harris is 0 for 2 so far, walking a sack bunt. First pitch, and he fouls away the fastball 0-1. And here's the 0-1 to Michael Harris. Scott deals. That one's grounded to first. Freddie's got it. He'll take it himself to the bag. One away. Yeah, definitely, Kitty. Definitely. You can't tell them that here in Brace Country, though. If you live in Brace Country, you can't tell them that because they'll just continue with their ooga booga noises. And here's Albies. First pitch to Albies. He swings and pops the slider foul out of play. The count is 0-1. And a lefty up in the bullpen for Atlanta, but this telecast doesn't show their name. So I guess we'll find out when he comes in. And here's the 0-1 to Albies. And that fastball is high and away for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Ozzy Albies. Tanner Scott trying to keep it right here, try to take it to the 10th inning. Yeah, they are Fitzy. I'll give them that. Tigers fans are pretty cool. 1-1. He chops the fastball foul. So it's 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Albies. Scott trying to get this thing to the 10th inning for us. So we're using our closer now. So even if we do take a lead, big question mark as to what we do after that. Here's the 1-2. And he pops that fastball foul. Stays alive. Count remains 1-2. Come on, Scott. Let's do this. Come on. They can't beat you back-to-back nights. Come on, buddy. That's our closer right there. Our official closer. Thank God. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 at the high E. Dump your K's in the chat. 2 away. Oh yeah, definitely, Kitty. Tigers fans, a lot of Blue Jays fans too. That started with Turkey Man. Turkey Man's pretty cool. Here's Lane Thomas, 0 for 2 at a ground out, fielder's choice, and he stole a bag earlier. First pitch to him, and he swings and fouls away the fastball that was right down Broadway. So the count is 0-1. With 2 outs. Don't feel good about it. Here's the 0-1. That one's lined. That's going to get down in right field for a base hit. And it's going to hit off that wall. And that's going to be a double for Thomas. And now the winning run is in scoring position. And, yeah. Yeah, I think it was Kerr. I saw a K and E on the back, but I don't really know the Braves players that well. Well, winning run is at scoring position now. And Riley, they're going to walk Riley here. So intentional free pass issued to Riley. And we'll take our chances against a pinch hitter. Ha-Sung Kim comes into the game for Atlanta. And Mark Pryor, the pitching coach, coming to the mound. Well, winning run is a second base. Yeah, I don't like that selection, Anthony. Don't like that selection at all. So here's Kim batting 066 on the year so far. But with our luck, you never know. First at bat for him since August 15th. And here's the pitch. That one's inside for a ball, 1-0. Yeah, both bullpens are short, but I got a bad feeling about this right now. Call me Mr. Negative if you want. I'm more of a realist. I do not feel good about this. Got 2 outs and then trouble starts up. It's like a script. Here's a 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. Jesus. Here we go. So here's the 2-0, and that one's inside, 3-0. So now you got to throw him something to hit, or you're going to load the bases here. All with 2 outs. I mean, every script, everything that could go wrong goes wrong when we play this team. It's like a cartoon. Here's a 3-0 to Kim. Scott deals. Fastball's a strike, top of the strike zone. Count is 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike here on Kim. And here's the 3-1 from Scott. He deals. And that fastball is fouled, so the count's full here at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes on him. One more. Comes down to this. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 3-2, and he fouls that fastball away, so he stays alive. Count remains 3-2. Here's a 3-2. That one's also fouled off, so he stays alive here. Count is still 3-2. 7 pitches in this at bat so far. So here's the 3-2. He deals. And of course it's a base hit. Game over. So I knew a walk-off was coming. So the Braves win again. We can't beat this team. It doesn't matter. I might not even call tomorrow night's game because there's no point. We can't beat this team to save our lives. So ball game is over. Braves win it 6-5. They take the series and the season series. And once again, we did have a good stream. We had over 500 views. I do thank you all for being here, especially the ones in the chat. Y'all take care. I'll see y'all later. Probably for the next series. Yep. Well, Anthony, neither one of our teams had a good night. So, not a good night for us, right? And your winning pitcher is Medeiros, and Scott takes the loss. And, yep, sorry, guys. I'll see y'all in a couple of nights.
As the sun sets over Dodger Blue, another game wrapped in memories true. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd, we shared every moment, we laughed out loud. So here's a farewell, but not goodbye. It's 7-12, we'll reach for the sky. Through every pitch, every home run thrill, in the heart of LA, you know we will. The stories we've told, the highs and the lows, from the diamond to dreams, that's how it goes. With every video, we painted the scene.